Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's Wednesday, it's the middle of the working week, and that means it's time for us to be jumping in to some good old Warframe. Hello and welcome back, one and all. Hello there, F-King. Hello there, Lil Knight Ninja. Hello, Rachnos, Beardface. Hello, Cosmo. How are we all doing today? Hopefully you're doing well where you are around the world. Make sure I have got all of the things set correctly. There we go, that switched over. Just because, as you might have noticed, we're going to be farming some ducats. So it's on the stream title is what we're going to be doing. I replaced the bot today. I didn't want to see if the bot was going to get around to it or not, Cosmo. I'll be quite honest. I was like, no, I'm here. I can post a message. Let's just send that. The bot is probably still going to send the message, but I've also sent it. I think, yeah. I figured it was about time, you know? I've been delayed by this, that, the other, just not got around to it. I had to all remove first, all that kind of stuff. I was like, you know what? It's about time I actually got the haircut done. Yeah, finally got around to it. So, brought it back to a lot shorter length, like I had a summer or so ago. Because, yeah, it's pretty damn warm at the moment. Alrighty then. But before we get in on relic farming and relic cracking, I should say, I've got plenty of relics already farmed. So before we get on cracking, as much as there may be a couple captures just begging to be ran, first we want to be doing today's sortie. We want to be doing today's sortie, as is the way, chat. So, today we've got a rescue with energy reduction, we've got a sabotage of enemy physical enhancement, and a mobile defense with a radiation hazard. There's no way that could go wrong. Right? Right? So yes indeed, if you want to be part of today's sortie or part of the missions as we continue throughout the day, make sure you send me a message in game. The engineer will bring you into the squad and we'll take it from there, chat. Obviously, see to join in. Yeah, let's get started with the rescue energy reduction. You know what? Yeah, Lavos is definitely the way to go. We'll be absolutely fine there. Every time. Alright, and let's double check, make sure I have not got some kind of stupid city set up here. That was the finisher build approach. Combo finisher. Not something you see every day, but you know. Could make that work on the end of them, but I think I'm just going to go for the standard no primer needed build, and that way I can also bring whatever secondary item I please, and for that is going to be yep, sounds good to me. Oh, Lil Knight Ninja actually wants Titania for TennoCon mode. Okay, rather than Lavos, we'll be taking to an energy reduction sortie at Titania. There is no way this could go wrong. I got Prime Flow, so it shouldn't be all that bad, but we'll see. And Arachnos, cheers. Alright, well, in the absence of a thunderous number of messages, let's get cracking. Randy was saying, just curious, what do you think makes a good boss fight in Warframe? Your mechanic, fight design, etc. A good boss fight comes down to actually being able to see what the game intends us to do. You know? What's the word for that? It's, there's a more technical word. What is it? Yeah, you broadcast attacks, but that's not a thing. Well, no, the word's not there at the moment. But basically, giving the player visual, audio, and storyline cues. Telegraph, that's it. Thank you, Cosmo. Telegraph. Telegraphing what is supposed to be happening. I'm just going to get rid of the bot ping. I don't know why the bot has a stream image preview, but I don't get one. That's weird. Because I copied the bot's message. So that's weird. I'm just going to delete the bot's message, just out of sheer principle. There we are. But yeah, if a boss fight isn't telegraphed, then it sucks. Quite frankly, if the boss fight is not telegraphed, it sucks. To give you an example as to poor telegraphing, that would be with your bosses, which are just straight up invincible 90% of the time. You can do absolutely nothing until suddenly you can do all of the things. That would be the likes of, and again, I'm forgetting the names of them because I just kind of go over and murder them these days. But one over on Saturn for the heat. You have to find that bright light that's happening on him and try and shoot that when it's available. You got over on Mars, I think that's Lech Krill. You just kind of wait for him to make himself briefly vulnerable and then deal with that. And it's just unengaging. It really is. when you have to try and guess, can I actually do anything? But most of the time you can't do anything and you can't see why. That sucks. That's a bad boss fight. Lephantis is an interesting one. It does telegraph the attacks and what's going on to a very good extent. At the same time, the damage reduction on it is just odd. Damage reduction in general is always something I find very odd when it's certainly adaptive damage reduction. Adaptive damage reduction always makes things feel just worse than they should be, because it doesn't seem like there's a realistic reason. Rather than giving the boss more health, make it more difficult to use the ridiculously high damage attacks, it just kind of goes, you thought you were going to do lots, but actually you didn't. It just feels off a lot of the time to me. Not gonna lie. Hello Billy, hey, what's on the agenda today? It is ducat farming. Seriously? Crossed where I stood. Where I was pre-stud. And whatever. Let's just make our way out of here. We don't need to be sticking around. This mission's a success. Ta-da! Joe Cox saying I think the Angels are pretty good. Yeah, the Angels are a decent example. The Angels, you can just kind of shoot them as you shoot them. You know, whilst they are vulnerable to attack, they are fully vulnerable to attack. You just deal with them. It is clear that they've got stages. Their health bar shows those stages. It doesn't just cut off and go, no, 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 no. You can't hurt them that far. It actually clearly demarks it. And when you go into the other stage, it brings you into the gear to show what you're doing. The mission announcer tells you when things have changed. They work you through it. So that has a lot of good telegraphing. You don't feel lost during that fight at any point. You can see what's going on. You can intuit it in mere moments, which is important in a fight which is supposed to be rather hectic and quick. Challenge is DPS check with phases? No, challenge is not a DPS check with phases. DPS check is just part of the game, realistically. But to say things are a DPS check, no. That's not a challenge in itself, that's a gear check. That's not a challenge. A challenge is having something to figure and work your way through. But if the challenge is, haha, can you find where we've hidden the mechanic? That's not a boss fight, that's a puzzle. Don't make it a boss fight. And if you're going to make it a puzzle, you give clues. Those clues should be a little bit more tangible than, oh, briefly vulnerable for a moment. Did you notice what was happening at that exact moment? Did you figure it out? You didn't? Oh, well, guess you're going to get stuck. That sucks as a mechanic. That is a terrible attempt at a mechanic. Yeah, Festive Telepathy is a brilliant example of how not to do it. Because for a while you can seemingly do nothing, and then he does a thing, and now you can do something, but only temporarily, and then you can't do a thing anymore. You're like, what changed? And it turns out there's just this little collar going around. If you're solo, you won't even notice much of that happening. That's a terrible fight. Alright, well, with Titania out of the way, Urania is next, requested by Ragnos. Oh wait, he says, just kidding, bring Baruk. Baruk it is. Alright. I'm still going to use guns. Just because I have Baruk equipped doesn't mean I have to use Baruk's fists, so I'm going to use my guns. Or maybe my dagger, because the dagger's good. So is this a Barracuteer stream or is there a new Primed mod? So we've got Prime Chamber is coming to Barracuteer's stock upcoming on, I think it's this Friday? Certainly the next time he's visiting, we've got it coming, so people kind of want that, can I? Sure. Locked? Hello? Ah, there is a lockdown. I've joined a mission which has a lockdown and a host migration. Okay, that's amazing. Yeah. Is it on all platforms? I don't actually know. The test is supposed to be on all platforms, but I don't know what they're doing with Baro's stock then. If they're just adding Prime Chamber to all platforms, Cosmo? I would imagine so. That just seems odd. I mean, there's nothing that says they can't do that. Seems odd. I swear I just did this. There we go. Maybe I misremember, but I swear I did that. In any case, let's make our way forwards. Have to wait and see. Yeah. At the very least, having more ducats is a good idea, especially with TennoCon right around the corner, because of course there will be the TennoCon relay for those of you who have access to it. I've somehow gone lost. Go this way. The multiple waypoints are throwing me off. Looks like someone is already doing that one, so I'll leave them to it. If they're all doing that, then I will be down here to grab this. There we go. And we'll just pop it into here, actually. Because on this one it goes on the same side. I don't know why we got an enemy marker over there, but that's fine. Get rid of those. Should have that done. Yep, there we are. Pet is down. We'll just conveniently ignore that. Don't matter to us. Not one bit. I think that person's gone ahead of me to get the door. Yes, he has. So there's no reason for me to even run this way. Okay, it's all fine. It's all fine, chap. You gotta love missions where there is one single objective at a time, but there's supposed to be 4 people in the mission. It's something we just accept, but yeah. Not my favourite style of mission either. It makes it plenty soloable, but at the same time, yeah. Just gives you less to do. So it turns out Astro Flower Shop, there's actually 3 different sabotages you can do for sabotage missions. At least ones which have reactor sabotage. There's 3 different ways you can do it. So you can put the fuel rod back into the fuel thing, which does what we just did there. You can put coolant into the fuel, and that'll run coolant all through it. Or you can put the fuel into the coolant. I'll do something else. Am I using the Amprex? I am using the Amprex, yes. Tens of Music is saying apparently this is a just get out the military haircut. This is just a short haircut. No military to do with it. How do you cancel melee slam? You just roll. You just roll. I would demonstrate in here, but I don't think I can. No, I can't. I'll show you in the next mission. Yeah, you literally just roll out of it. If you've not already used your roll since you jumped, you can roll at any point. And that allows you to get around it. Alright, let's bring Lavos to the 3rd and final mission of today's sortie. And the music, I'm getting an interesting vibe from your assessments there. Little bit sweeping generalization. Alright, bubble defense. Do I want to do this? Actually, do I want to do this with Lavos? I don't think I do. Hold time, yeah, just a sec on that, Squirbo. Just a sec on that. Unless there's a mod here who wants to, you know, fill in. I'm going to bring Revenant. Been a hot minute since I've used Revenant. Let's do that today. Let's do this one Revenant. Let's get that loaded up. We'll leave it on public. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? And the prediction is now up, guys. Use your channel points, your lovely blue spanners at the bottom of your chat window. What reward do you think we're going to get from today's sortie? Is it going to be an Asa Sculpture? Is it going to be Ribbon? Is it going to be a booster? Or any of the other options available to us? You guess? Make a guess with as many or as few channel points as you want to do. Right. Ooh, could be getting back quite a bit. You could be getting back quite a bit.
Get to a terminal and prepare for enemy resistance.
Gonna kind of sneak my way past all of these. Don't mind me. Wait. So you do. Oh, slam and roll. That's how you get out of it. And if you time it just right, slam and. Oh, didn't quite time it right there. If you time it right, you can actually get away with not even finishing the slam. So I'm almost timing right there. Almost. Because you can just roll at any point, pretty much. Pretty much. There is a little bit of a delay after starting the slam before you can do something. Once you get to the ground, you can just roll out of it. Basically that. Can you cancel heavy landings of rolls too? If I'm not actively doing a slam, I can just roll at any time, you see? But if you want to cancel a heavy landing, you just slide. I'm safe. There's a lot of enemies here. Let me just let them know what's going on. Yes, you too, Mr. Knox. You too. There we go. Alright, so, as I was saying, yeah. If you're going up high like this, you get a heavy landing. But if you've got a heavy landing going on... Oh, after the heavy landing. No, if you've gone into the heavy landing, tough tits. You let yourself get a heavy landing. That's it. You have to stop it earlier than that. Just activate the Incarnate mode. Thank you very much. Yeah, if you've got a heavy landing upcoming, if you just slide, doesn't matter what height you're falling from, if you slide by holding control and direction, okay, almost like that, you just go out of it. You just slide out of it. You have to have the slide button, you have to be crouch sliding, you have to be going forwards or sideways or something, you have to be looking towards the slide, not just like down. Even that still work, kind of. But yeah. You can get out of a heavy landing, but you need to do it before you've heavy landed. If you wait until you've done it, tough. Eminem Ash's favourite Sabro Na. So to my knowledge, it doesn't actually help out Ash in pretty much any way. Because you see, whilst Ash's Blade Storm does finishers, they don't benefit from finisher mods or finisher bonuses, and all the bonuses that Inodum provides are modded bonuses. The only ones that help are attack speed, and you can just get that on anything, really. That's nothing special to the Inodum, it's just pure attack speed. So I tried it out, and likewise, vice versa, the finishers of Blade Storm from Ash do not trigger the different finisher bits on the Inodum. I can't use Ash's Blade Storm to get stupid amounts of combo, for example. So, yeah. Inodum can be used with Ash, but it's no more special than any other melee weapon with Ash. Yeah, that's long and short of it on that one, I suppose. We're doing alright, line of commit. We're on to the third and final mission of today's sortie. And Naros went down. Go figure.
Indicate that there is an Orokin artifact somewhere here.
Okay.
Get to it now, defend it, and then we can leave.
That Powerfist thought he had a good idea. He was wrong.
Defend it until the extraction team arrives.
You're nearly there, Ragnos. Nearly there. But yeah, you can get out of various animations in various ways. If you just kind of fiddle around, button mash at times, and just pay attention to what you're button mashing, you'll discover some of the things you can pull off. Everything from getting a little bit of extra distance by, you know, bullet jumping, aim gliding, rolling, and then continuing. Get yourself that kind of momentum going. There's loads of different ways you can augment your movements to get out of various animations and make things just that little bit quicker. And the step after that, then, is also controlling your melee attacks to use the momentum from them to put yourself where you want to be for which kind of melee attack. Yeah, Cosmo, most of the mastery tests are really simple. Really simple. MR 9 and 19 are definitely the outliers for their ranks. I think it's like once you get to about MR 25-ish, things start picking up in difficulty. But prior to that, it's a laugh. It's a laugh. Line of command still waiting on Incarnal Kuva Tenet Machete. We'll see. It just depends what D has in mind, really. We'll see. 18 was hard, you have to do a stealth rescue. I thought the stealth missions were 9 and 19. Pretty sure those were the stealth ones, 9 and 19. Oh, what am I doing? I need to be leaving. Not even paying attention. Which way's leave? This way. Whoop. Okay, that counts. I got there. That counts. And today's reward is... it's a river mod. It's a pistol one, but it's a river mod. It is a river mod, and it looks like only 3 of you thought the river was going to happen today. So there you go. You're going to get getting yourselves a few extra channel points there, my dudes. 1 ribbon today. Hello, Pirate Power. I'm doing alright today. Thank you for asking. Hope you're doing well yourself. Partner Farmer, why do we need so many ducats? It's because, not just for the TennoCon Baro, but also Baro that is coming next has got Prime Chamber. They have pre-warned us of this because they're going to be doing a stress test with the Baro relays on all platforms. So they let us know Prime Chamber's on its way. Get your ducats ready. And the reason why you have to get your ducats ready is that thing costs literal thousands of ducats. Not a couple hundred, thousands. So yeah, prepare. Okay, now the Zami is actually requesting Urali this time. So, sure, why not? Let's bring out Urali. At this point, guys and girls, we're going to be going on to the relic cracking now. So we're going to be going through these, and that is the plan throughout the rest of the stream, is to crack open these relics as quickly as we can. So if you want to be joining in at any part throughout the stream, send me a message in game, the Kengineer, !, join in the Twitch chat if you don't know how to do that. I'm not going to be hanging around to see, oh, maybe could we possibly fill in a spot? Either has to join in, or we're just going to keep on going. It's pure and simple as that. We're just going to keep on going. And with that, I'm going to capture the very last end of this capture mission. Because why not? So yeah, if you want to be part of it, send me a message. Don't slouch, don't slack, don't hold back, because otherwise you just ain't going to be in. Is Prime Chamber even that good? It's usable. It's usable. It straight up doubles the damage of the... is it the first or last shot? I think it's the last shot in a sniper magazine. And that goes very well with a couple snipers which have, or can be made to have, exactly 1 shot. So you always have straight up double damage. The first shot, alright, thanks guys, thank you. I knew it was one of the shots, it's just didn't really matter to me which one. The point is you can just get yourself double damage all the time. Which is kind of a big deal, you know? Single mod, double damage, that's not nothing to sniff at. That gets some work done.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
I know I brought Urali here at the request of Nazami, but I'm absolutely not going to be using Urali's stupid little surfboard here. Because that just does not need to happen. This tile set is not designed for K-driving. So I'm just going to run through the mission, you know? I don't need the damage resistance. I don't want the damage resistance. I'll be just fine. Oh, there was just a rumbler waiting around the corner. That happens. I just fell through the map because jumping on this one is an absolute pain in the ass at times. I'll come off it. Yeah, this tile set, just so many lips, so many edges to get stuck on. It genuinely is a struggle at times. Not that it's difficult, it's just annoying. This is less annoying though. I will happily take a 10 plat Mirage pickup on the very first relic, don't mind me, yum yum. Okay.
Mission complete. A captive has been
Cosmo is just because of what I was asking about. Especially, say, even if you don't want it personally, you can still keep it and sell in a few months or so. Yeah, exactly, yeah. How much did it cost last time I was here? Same price, Ash for our shop. Which was, yeah, just a shy of 3,000 ducats. I'd be very surprised if they ever changed the price of that. Very surprised. Okie dokie, let's drop from that rando squad, and Spatulator, going with the boop. I'm going to assume that is a boop to join. Hey, Spatulator, come on in. And let's get rid of this ready for the next request, this time from Zomtronic, for a fully randomized load. Alright. Randomizer Loadout, we've got Octavia, Glaxian Vandal, Twin Comac, Zoris, Corvus Prime, Tim! Tim is back! And the Prisma Burst Laser. Gotta say, not my favourite loadout. It's not even the Prime Octavia. That's, okay. Have we got mods on here? Please say we got some mods. Oh dear, not even a potato. Wow, okay. Basically all but the last bit of the capacity is just taken up by these two right here. That's not going to do a lot. How about you then? Have you got anything? Okay, we're on roll here. 2 for 2 in terms of bad. What about you? Zoris has got to have some stuff in it. Okay, no former, but it has got a potato. I think that comes to the quest anyway, but it's going to work. We'll roll with it. And yeah, we got Tim. Tim the top-hatted mower. The top-hat inherited mower. Tim. So, yeah, I suppose let's just get cracking. Spatulator, where are you? Appears to be offline. Appears to be... Okay, whatever. Do as you please. Do as you please. I'm just going to open up the next relic without you. Can't invite you if you're offline. I can imagine something must have come up, you know. Family went, hey, food's ready, or, you know, cat was sick on the carpet, the kettle boiled, and he's like, oh shit, I was making a brew. Could be anything. Let's use core vassal mission. You know what? That's a good idea. It's a stupid idea, but it's a good idea. We're going to do that. And Zom, cheers for the hydrate.
You are here on a capture mission. You
Ah!
must find, capture, and extract
Let's go, Tim.
the target.
Let's go! Okay, wow, that really drops the aim glide. I forgot about that. It's not something that normally comes up in Warframe, but heavy weapons reduce the amount of time you can aim glide. Fun fact. So, yeah, they are literally heavy weapons. Your Tenno magic only goes so far with this one. I don't see it being a problem, it's just a thing, really. I don't know.
Mission complete. The captain.
Mission successful. Now we just need to get the rest of the reactant and we'll be out of here. Don't mind me if I take that focus orb as well. How's Tim doing? Where is he? Tim? There you are. He's doing fine. His hat is flashing. I imagine that is what it's supposed to be doing. You know, I don't think that's a bug. A literal bug with the mower, not a in-game bug, but you know, I think he's okay. Drop in. Now, okay, then you can't have 3 tickets. You can have 1. 1 ticket, or you can have none. Those are the options. It is a binary choice. You can have 1 ticket or no tickets, but not 3. That is illegal. Call your parents and let them know what you tried to do. Hey, there we are. Alright, finally. Got all the reactants. Where's my way out? Way out is this way.
Find out what's inside.
Snake Raider, that is not a Warframe. That is an abomination. That should never have been put into a cup of tea and yet was. Twice, actually, I think. Or was it? No, it was celery this time. This time after you used celery, didn't it? Yeah. Not an improvement. Do not put celery in your tea, guys. Do not put Monster energy drink or whatever other energy drink into your cups of tea. Please do not add in chalky milk and marshmallows to your tea. That is a horrible idea. What is a great idea is doing exactly what Fluffy Violet has just done. That's subscribing for the first time here on the channel. Fluffy Violet, cheers. Oh. Welcome to the channel proper. Enjoy your lovely new blue badge. Your emotes to go with it. And if you're on Discord as well, you have access to the supporter tea lounge, as long as you synchronize up your Twitch and Discord accounts. Welcome, Floofy, and thank you. What does LBTQ mean? I think you missed a letter there. I'm going to assume you're meaning LGBTQ plus or whatever the tag is called on the Twitch side of things, and it stands for basically the LGBT community, standing for lesbian, gay, bi, transsexual. Is it called transsexual these days? Just trans. I'm just going to go with trans. I never remember if it's one or the other ending. I'm going to stick with Grendel. Q can stand for queer or questioning, and then the plus is just kind of an inclusive the rest. Because, let's face it, we don't need to put a bajillion letters on there. It's hard enough trying to get over 5 at times. But yeah, it stands for the wider rainbow community. Oh, yeah, transgender, yeah. Look, I may look at times only, 20 years old or something, but believe you me, I've gone through various understandings of what the T is supposed to stand for. I lose track of it. I genuinely do. No harm, no foul, just straight up forget. What overlay do I use for clan prices? That is Warframe info. Exclamation mark WF info in the chat there. You'll get a link to the video where I showcase the entire application. Warframe info. It looks like 3 people have already done that for you. So there you go. Take your pick. Which one do you want to use? Cosmo does not get a response from the bot because they were too late. Alright then. Zom, there you go. That was your randomized loadout. Snake Raider with their request of a depressed lily pad. Fine. Fine. Here we go. I should probably sort out the rest of these weapons as well. I didn't even use half of that loadout, but that always happens. Let's bring Ullman. Let's bring Observe. Let's bring Lay Prime. Tim, you've had a good run. You've stretched your legs. Now get back in the cabinet. And instead we'll bring out the Verglass Carrier Prime, because why not? Why everyone going crazy for ducats? Because Baro's going to be bringing a 3,000 ducat item on his next visit, Hakeem. So everyone's going to kind of need those. And if you want to get the shinies he's bringing, you're going to need a lot of ducats. Over 3,000 ducats. And if you want to get more than one item on it. Yeah, King. At the end of the day, some people like labels of different types, some people dislike labels of certain types. People get into tizzies about definitions and sub-definitions and alternate definitions. Come on. There's hotfix? Whatever. People can't even agree on the definition and distinction between bisexual and pansexual. That in itself is a whole ass argument, which, quite frankly, I can't be doing with. Because at the end of the day, labels are attempts to describe, to understand where a person is. It's to communicate it. Now, when someone says they are gay, you understand quite clearly, okay, so this is a person who is exclusively interested in the same gender. But then when you consider that there is non-binary, you ask, oh, what about? So, in the end, don't worry about it too much. Well, look at it. So long as you are not intending to offend, so long as you are not offending through malice or negligence, as long as you acknowledge where the heart is at, and if someone is finding difficulties with your approach, you try to mediate that, then all is good. Alright, we'll have a look at this red text in a moment. Right as soon as we are out of this mission. There's a bit of reacting back there, but whatever, I'm just going to go forwards. Exactly, Cosmo, exactly. Be polite, be understanding, and if you can't quite get the understanding, just revert back to the polite. At the end of the day, everyone's living their own lives. No point in trying to make it difficult for each other. No point trying to make it difficult.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission
Right.
to find out what's inside.
All of the reactors obtained. Let's get out of this mission and get ready for whatever that hotfix is. Hopefully it's not too big. Now we're streaming. That'd be nice. You know, leave the big updates to when I'm not live. That'd be cool. I'll be honest, I didn't expect there to be a hotfix right now, but there we are. Are we going to extract in time? I don't think we are. I've been bullet jumping as quickly as I can, and I do not see the rest of the squad. You know, got rid of it. Lovely jubbly. Alright. Whilst we are being generally shot at from the distance, let's have a quick look at this. This will be one of our last hotfixes before we... Goodness gracious me, that is... Wow, okay, I guess we're taking Titania. Last hotfix before TennoCon. If TennoCon ship is in port, hotfix will last tugboat set sail. Right, okay. So, last hotfix before TennoCon. Updated grip position on Felox's Incarna mode. Okie dokie.
Well done.
Reduced standing cost of Zariman test tube station from 40k to 4k. That was definitely a bug then. Yep. And that's the red text so far. Since when did they stop doing the 5 minutes? When did they start doing 3-minute red texts? Can I scroll, please? Can I scroll? Can I scroll? Can I scroll? Thank you. Deploying now remaining your mission. I'm just going to drop that squad. Alright, we'll give it a moment for it to say that it's all deployed, and then we'll close an update, guys. Close an update. As it does the update, I'll also see if I can get a hold of patch notes, see if there's anything interesting in them. Probably not, but you never know. Always good to double check before putting out a video, you know. Oh, here comes the army. Here comes the armada, or the convoy, the siege. However you want to think about it. And of course we got the odd one out in this whole cluster of them all, the one with the rounded edges. It's doing alright today. Would I like a former? You know what, I'm alright with former. I'm alright on my formers. I mean, actually, no, do I need to build a new one? I do need to build a new one, let's do that. Let's do that whilst I remember that. Yeah, Cosmo, I ran out of room to place them in the back. I ran out of room, and so I had to place them in here as well. Is there a hotfix today? There is a hotfix happening right now, Flirt Boy. Right this second, there is a hotfix being deployed. Yeah, if we quickly go into equipment, orbiter, decorate. Wait. Oh, don't shut. Thank you. Let's just meander our way down here. What's the hotfix? We're about to find out. Once it's deployed, I'll be able to see the patch notes. Here we go. So you can see I've got a whole bunch of them lined up in here. So we got a wing of them on this side. We've got a wing of them on that side. We've got this one dead center there. Standing out. And if we drift around the corner nice and gently, you can see quite literally I filled up the floor space in here. And not just filled up, but painstakingly took the time to mix up the colours as well, to give a pretty even spread of them in starting positions. So, yeah. Who is the best for steel path nodes? The frame you're most comfortable with that can get the job done. If you're using just one Warframe in the game, you probably are going to struggle because no one Warframe is perfect for everything. Mix it up a bit. Can I scale one of the drones to make it really tiny or really big? I have actually scaled up one of the drones to maximum. Yeah, fun fact, one of these drones, just one of them, has been scaled up to the maximum size I can make it. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. I won't tell you which one it is or which room it's coming from. You're just going to have to spot it as it happens, but just one drone has been scaled up to the largest size I can make it. Yeah. There's an extra little bonus challenge for you. On the right side is faster to kill with drones than Niaton. Faster to fill with drones? True, yeah. The drones do take up more space than Niatons, so they do fill up a room a little bit faster, yeah. Has that been deployed? Why has it not told us it's been deployed yet? That's odd. Did I miss the announcement? I'm going to assume I actually missed it. Somehow in our loading we missed the announcement, so let's switch to this screen a moment. Let's switch ourselves over and just have a look. Joker is saying, may I clip part of the stream to make a meme? I mean, Joker, you can always clip out of the stream, yeah. Just make sure you don't make any improper usage. Oh, okay. Update is failing to go through. Right, it is still deploying then. I jumped the gun a bit. It seems that now my Warframe client is crying, so we're going to give it a moment. Let's see if I can find the patch notes for now. Let me see if I can find those patch notes real quick. PC update notes. I'm not seeing any. Yeah, update failed. You're going to get update failed whilst they're still deploying it, Holy Moondog. Whilst they're still deploying it. We don't know what they're deploying yet because I don't see patch notes on the forums. We'll just wait on that. We'll just wait on that, guys. But for now, yeah, a little bit of just chatting time between you and me. The entire the entire directory is going to be like this at the moment, at least any PC player. So you know, we don't need to switch off anywhere. Just give it a moment. We got a tea in hand. Why not? Oh, was it done? Scroll of Wisdom. All right, let's have a look at that then. Let's give it another peek. Yep, mine's loading through now. Let's give a feel for it. It looked like there's only like a 15 megabyte update. Barely a patch. That's just rolling through now. Oh, wait, no. It's doing something else. Okay, there we are, yeah. Now we can load up. Has it updated on the forums yet what the hotfix is? I don't see the link. But then sometimes mine just doesn't want to show the latest post for some reason. I don't understand what's going on with that one. Favorite mission for Relic cracking? Capture. Always capture. Farmer, thank you very much for the link there. You got timed out by the bot because you are neither a subscriber nor a VIP. Good to know the bot does still time out people for that there. But, yep, thank you very much for the link. I can at least grab it from your deleted message. Alright, back in game at least. Yep, there we are. We are back in game. Let's minimize all of that out. Let's just have a quick peek at the patch notes here. You know what, let me just bring these over. Flashbang. There we are. Alright, updated grip position, reduced standing cost. Yeah, we heard about that. Helmet weapon damage configurations will now no longer apply to Dog Days missions. Well, that got patched. Ah well, he's gone. Optimizations, fix big refreshing delays when opening Nightwave. Oh, this bug. Yeah, I had this one the other day. It was a bit of an odd one. I had to restart my game. Could not pass target ID. Made trading a bit interesting. Yeah. Okay, then, I'm glad it's going to work out for you. You enjoy it, my dude. If you have any difficulties with it, obviously check out the Discord of the people who actually made the application. I just showcased it. And quite interestingly, showcased it without letting them know. So they were like, why are we getting so many downloads all of a sudden? This is like there's been a big update. No, it's just me. So, yeah, definitely check out the Discord if you do have any difficulties with it. And they're more than happy to help out over there. They're good people. Alright, fixed arbitration drones at times not dropping their invincibility, which prevent the mission from being completed. Good! That's been sorted out. Fixed kills made by non-player allies like Spectres, Kuvaliches, not counted towards the Awakened Dormant Void Angel and defeat Zarim Bounty Challenge. Ah, so this is how people are having issues there. Or could be one of the ways. It was the Spectres and Liches not being counted into it. Okay, fair enough. Official Warframe forum is dark mode if I didn't know. I mean, I'm sure it does have a dark mode, but I tend not to use dark modes. You know, I tend to use light modes, like over on YouTube and like over on Twitter. I tend to use light mode on pretty much everything except for Discord. Discord and Twitch are the two places I use dark mode. Alright then, fixed Felox in its Incarna mode, being able to generate and maintain charge from its shots. I didn't even notice that happening, but okay, fair enough, that's a thing. Reload effects, rotated shield effects, wonky cord. Fixed vent kid, sigils, catch fish ribbon challenge. Fix the Nanind showing up on the UI when channeling Harrow's Thurable, the unlimited energy buff. Yeah, that was an interesting one to see. Thurable under the influence of the unlimited energy buff from lock surges will now simply yield maximum efficiency. Alright, that makes sense. That makes sense. Fix being able to cast an arrow says devour an allied crew members in the railjack. That's weird. That's just a weird bug, but sure, fair enough. Sirocco fix, but who cares? It's Sirocco. Fix various curries appearing in the profile page and codex. Not released yet, but will be as a Twitch drop during TennoCon events. Interesting. No idea what that is, but interesting. Magazine image getting stuck. Expert credit cash reward appearing like a mod when dropped. Weird. Sabotage. Blah, blah, blah. Health bar UI missing on consoles you're defending? Okay. And it looks like, yeah, that's pretty much just going to be minor or graphical bits from there. Nothing too amazing to have to worry about. Yeah. Looks pretty simple as a hotfix to me. So we're good to go. We are good to go. So Felox Incarnate is worse somehow. It's been brought more in line with what they clearly intended it to be all along, which was just bad. Yeah, bad. Discord has a light mode? Discord does have a light mode, yeah. Discord has a light mode. The people who use it are very weird people, but yeah. It's there. Zom, I don't mind at all. You may join indeed. Come on in, Zom. Come on in. And we got Beard's request for some Lavos actions. Let's go grab Lavos for the next run, guys. Grab Lavos. Let's grab the big old blapper. Gotta have a good blap. Yes, Panzer, that was one of the first patch notes, absolutely. That has been sorted. Cosmo wanting a bit of ambient. Yeah, let's switch over to the ambient before we get cracking on the next relic. There we go. And let's see. Oh, we're just catching the end of this capture. Let's do it. I am going to bring this one. News of the patch notes. Well, we've already read them, so cheers. I'm doing alright, thank you, Bands. I hope you're doing well today. We're cracking relics, getting ready for Baro's return with Prime Chamber, and I got a tea in hand. All good. It is all good. Yeah, I'm most of the way through on sorting the details with regards to the next video, which is going to be on the Innodem. So if you didn't catch the details during the stream, or if you're looking forward towards more details, I've been doing some extra research since then. Yeah, I'm looking to do the next video is going to be all about the Innodem. New Incarnate Dagger, and it's a good weapon. It is definitely a good weapon. There are some bits and pieces on it which are a bit odd or buggy, not so great. At least we now know the hot fix. That's the last one before TennoCon, so any information I give you is going to be absolutely accurate until at least TennoCon. Yeah, we'll see how it all pans out in the end. How good is Prime Chamber? It's niche, but decent in its niche. Because it straight doubles damage on that first shot in a magazine, on a sniper rifle, and if you got the right sniper, that'll be the only shot you fire. But yeah, it's niche, but it's good niche. I need to be going this way, don't I? There you are. Hello! Flap. I love Flap. You just blunder into a group of enemies and then just flap. That's the meta these days, just blap. Hello. Need to reload. Quick, 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 quick. There we go. Flap. I think I've made my point. Flap is good. Where's all the reactants, please? I'd like more corrupted enemies. Corrupted? No, you are. There we are. That was short-lived. Go. Little bit more reactant and we can just kind of boost our way out of here. You were not corrupted, you were not corrupted. Still not corrupted. Please get corrupted. Ah, you're corrupted, good. There we go. Wait, were they corrupted? They looked like... No, his suit threw me off, but he was not in fact corrupted. That was my bad. Ah, there we go. Now I've got everything I need. Let's leave.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Oh yes, gotta love that good roll as well. Arcane Consequence. If you haven't already got it, guys, it's cheap. It certainly is on PC. Grab yourself Arcane Consequence. It is a beautiful early arcane to have. because of the mobility it gives you. The sheer yeet potential. I yeet so hard I hit the edge of the box. I'm thrown back over here. Okie. I think my Warframe info didn't want to operate because I closed and reopened Warframes. Let me reopen the application. And now I will just gamble on Banshee. Yeah, turns out if you close and reopen Warframe info kind of doesn't quite understand what's happened. Who'd have thunk it? Yeah, Cosmo, it's more about the fact that players are together. Because my understanding is the way that enemies spawn is they'll spawn distributed among the players of the group. Now, if the players are split up, each individual player will see fewer spawns. Because some of the spawns are near you, some of them are near someone else. But if you are next to that someone else, then your spawn is also near to them, and their spawn is also near to you. Alright, the randoms are all left. Nice, nice. Cake would like to join. There we go. That capture should be gone now. It is. What's our next best? Probably this one. Yeah. And we got a request from German Gay Team for Garuda. So we'll take Garuda to the next exterminate. Do I have any videos on Grendel on my YouTube? Do I? I don't have a full guide on Grendel himself. I'm trying to remember. Did I do any kind of guide on him? I think he's featured a couple times. Like, he's featured in armor removal frames because he armor strip. But yeah, I don't think I have a guide specific to Grendel. Just very quickly to help you out, let me at least show you what is my go-to Memeified Grendel build. This is not exactly perfect for anything in particular, but it'll just get a load of work done. Now, Gourmand here is entirely optional, but it basically makes it where Feast is all health-based rather than energy-based. And as long as you can get a decent source of energy like Arcane Grace or some healer frame, you'll be absolutely fine. Catapult is the big one for memes because it allows you to launch pulverize around, otherwise that ability sucks. But yeah, just generally give him loads of tank, give him a decent efficiency and range because these abilities are not cheap, and off you go. Job's a good one. Energy Siphon is entirely optional. You can pick basically any aura that fits the slot there. It's just fine. No one really cares that one. I tend to go Energy Siphon just because of how energy hungry. Although that said, when I'm running Gorman, that matters, so I probably should go. Anything to subsume onto him? So if you are using Gourmand, a good subsume. Where did I put it? Oh yeah, a good subsume is actually Blood Altar, because Blood Altar will heal based on how much health you are missing, and Grendel has an absolute shit ton of health. So whilst this is draining your health, this will be healing your health. You actually maintain a pretty good equilibrium. So Blood Altar works very well on Grendel if you are holding a position in that regard. Otherwise, your standard subsumes will work well. You know, your Gloom, your Breach Surge, those kind of things will always do just pretty nicely on him. Just because they're great abilities, nothing to do with him on that one. But speaking of Blood Altar, for now, we're going to be using Garuda at the request of German Gay Team. Let's get this cracking on to the next one. And Major Sodicato, cheers. I do at some point intend to go through every single Warframe in the game and do a guide on them. It's not a high priority because, to be quite honest, those videos don't seem to get as much interest as you might expect for, you know, the game called Warframe. And part of that, it comes down to the fact that it is the first question anyone asks, what do I do with this Warframe? And so every Tom, Dick and Harry has put a guide out on it. It's every video, there's a bajillion videos for every Warframe out there, there are a bajillion websites with pages and pages of text, images and suggestions. You got Reddit threads aplenty. Everyone in every clan has got some opinion on something. And so they don't really need anything more on that side. So I will put out guides on those frames eventually, on all frames, but it's not been a high priority because I prefer to cover something novel, give you guys something to actually learn.
There is a large platoon of
I mean, Cosmo, you say that. One of the worst performing videos on my channel, at least in terms of the first week, which is where the majority of everything happens, one of the worst performing ones compared to its contemporaries was actually a video on a Warframe that had been released just a couple days prior. That was with Caliban. That one saw a surprisingly low amount of interest. And I think part of that comes from the fact of just how hard it was to get Caliban. Is to get Caliban. It meant a lot of people looking for those kind of guides, well, they were too busy looking at frames they could actually access. Should I use Mesa next? If you want to see a specific frame in use, you'll need to use the pick frame option with your channel points. Or alternatively, you can use bits in their place here if you want to support the stream and the process. But the main way is to use your channel points. That is the main way to make a suggestion of a frame to be used on the channel here, if you got something in mind. Let's roll up, grab that. Just keeping up that defensive shield because, you know, it's a good idea. You never know when something might try to hit me with 20 million damage. That would suck. None of the bounties are only accessible once you've completed the new war. If you've not done the new war, you'll know absolutely nothing about them because you don't have access to them. If you have completed the new war, then I believe I actually cover the details in my Caliban guide on how to get him. So, yeah. Just literally check out my Caliban guide. I go over the details. There's a whole video on it as well. How do you actually get ducats? So you get ducats by turning in prime parts to the consoles in a relay. So the prime parts you get from Relic fissures, just like this one. You turn them into the console, any of the kiosks at any of the main relays, and the amount is based on the items. So if you see here in fact in the overlay, it shows that most of these are 15, but this one here for some reason is 45. This one is worth 45 ducats. I'm gonna take that one because, you know, why not? 45 ducats. It's the blueprints. Specifically, you want to be turning in the blueprints. There's no point building items to then turn them in. So yeah, the items you get out of relics, you can turn them straight in to the kiosks, get yourself some ducats for them. This right here is literally worth 45 ducats, straight up. No fuss, no hassle, no jiggling around, no extra farms, just job done. This is the end of the chain. The start of it being actually farming the relics. That's a bit of Garuda action. The only time you need to worry about building things when you are actually intending to use them, because by and large constructed things are for your own use. There are some exceptions like Eidolon lenses, lure lenses, and the crafted gems you can get from the open worlds. Mostly if you craft something, it's for you. Now, after the Garuda request, we've got just Agung asking for Valkyr. Alright, oops, apparently I didn't type in the field. Let's try that again. Valkyr, there we go. On Valkitty on the field. Chick Noodle, you do not need to be around at the end of the stream. I'd prefer if you were, but obviously, sometimes needs must, you have to pop off to go grab a cup of tea or something. So if you're not around at the end of the stream, but you are the winner, I'll still be messaging you on Twitch here. You'll get a message in the DMs if you're the winner. All you need to do is respond within 24 hours. That's it. That's all you need to do. Sometimes people fail even that. Are any of the relic types worth more farming than others, or is it just whatever you feel like you have? So certain relics are more valuable. However, unless you are farming for something specific, it is actually better just to take whatever relic you have into a mission. I've gone into more detail on how you can optimize that to be as good as possible over on my channel. So if you check out my video on are you opening relics correctly, I go into full detail as to how you can get the absolute most out of your time. But if you want a simple lazy mode approach, take a relic and open it. That is the fastest thing you can do. Yeah, there is certainly room to improve beyond that. And sorry to say, this is not my Golden Instinct build. Nope. Sorry to disappoint on that one, Cosmo. It is still a build. It's a bit of a yeety build, but it is not the one you open. I also do not appear to have Prime Sure-Footed on this build. I'll have to use my laser beam instead. I don't want to keep staggering every second. I know, using guns on Valkyria, the horror. I'm probably insulting someone's mother right now with this, but... Laser beams are fun. Laser beams are just... Bundles of fun. I'm actually just going to use Warcry just for the armor buff. Literally just an armor buff to me right now. Got those ones over there, I'm sure they have. Where's this one? It's below us. Where is he? Is he? They're all running off over this way, god damn it. I mean, Revenant is a very energy-hungry frame, so unless you are ready for that energy drain loss, Ronan, you may find that a no-gun Revenant could be a little bit difficult. Is Chroma still good in Eidolon fights? No. That is an old meta. That meta is long gone. I don't even remember the last time I saw a Chroma queuing for an Eidolon fight. Nope. I remember someone asking Nightmare Frame the same question the other day, like, oh, you can use Chroma for the fights. And the dude broke down laughing. So yeah. And someone who basically spends his time doing Eidolon fights every time he can laughs at it. No, it's not happening anymore. Solid Prime, you're not that late. You're still here. You're here whilst stream is happening. That's all we can ask of you. There we go. Another mission complete. Another small pickup. Hoping, fingers crossed for, you know, bigger pickups than we're getting so far, but... well, we can't always be lucky, can we, chat? You just got Chroma Prime? Well, Chroma Prime is a usable frame, it's just he's not the meta for... pretty much anything. The entire meta that I am aware of for Chroma Prime at this point in time is... activate your 4 at the end of Profit Taker. Give us double credits plus. That's it. That is Chroma Prime's job now. He doubles credits. In a very specific circumstance. So, yeah. Yeah. Remnant's really annoying just because his prints are not dropping. I mean, make sure you're running the correct bounty. Whichever part it is you're trying to get hold of. Can you use Mirage for Eidolons? I don't think Mirage is recommended for Eidolons, but you certainly can. Mirage has Eclipse natively built in, and at full power no less. And you can add on a subsumed ability, like for example, what's it, Shock? Is it called Shock? Yeah, I think it's called Shock from Vault. And then you can put on the Shock Trooper Orb. Is it Shock?
Disgusting, is it not, Operator?
For some reason I feel like it's not called Shock.
Cleaning this room, but sadly
No, it is called Shock, yeah, I was right.
mass serves you and your Warframes.
So yeah, Mirage is usable. I wouldn't really recommend Mirage, because they miss out on the crit damage bonus that you get from Vault, which is the main reason Vault's picked, is because he can do a heck of a lot towards actually getting damage dealt, whereas Mirage does less. They'll still be fine. Or it was just a portable blessing now? Pretty much. Pretty much. That's his job. He makes credits. Why does my orders pipe up every time I enter that room? I have no idea, Cosmo. No idea. The only... well, actually, I have an idea. It might be to do with creator mode. It might be to do with that. Because I have creator mode turned on, which hides away various transmissions of a potentially spoilery nature. And in the process, it then also causes certain lower tier or earlier game things to just continue to exist around me. But I've turned off the hint transmissions. Deals with most of it. It's just, I think that's a creator mode thing. Okay, we got a full squad now. This is lovely. We got Zers, we got MK, we got Zom. Let's get some more loot, shall we? Some more loot. Does everyone know the formula for lich damage reduction? believe it is adaptive damage scaling, and exactly how that works out is kind of funky because DE don't really want to tell us. Drops. We ain't got drops. We got a giveaway running on this stream. Matty, you gaming? Exclamation mark raffle for more details on that, my dude. What's the fast way to level up Warframes? It depends on what mastery rank you are, and if you're leveling up for the first time, or if you're forming them and re-leveling them. But predominantly, if you're leveling them for the first time, you can either go solo routes through like a stealth farm, or you can go for a group route through either Hydron or Sanctuary Onslaught. And if you're leveling them for the second time or above and you're mastery 30, you can also rope in Elite Sanctuary Onslaught, or just do one of the same earlier bits. But basically, either get lots of kills yourself, or get someone to get lots of kills for you. That's the biggest simple principle of leveling up very quickly. And Hydron, ESO, those are the big ones. Or go for a stealth farm if you think you've got the skill for it.
That's it.
There are certain things you can pull off with a Silent Subsume. I think that's just a Banshee Science Gloom one. Doesn't really work out for other frames, but there's options you can try. What's the fastest way to level up new weapons? Going to be pretty much the same. If you do lack the ability to make a weapon sufficiently damaging, then a stealth farm will not be suitable. Because for a stealth farm to work, you need it to be silent, which is a mod if you need to. And you need to be one-shotting. Because if you don't one-shot the enemy, you're going to alert them. It's not a stealth farm. So outside of that, if that's no good to you, what you'll need to do then is basically find someone to carry you through either Hydron or Sanctuary Onslaught, Elite Sanctuary Onslaught, that kind of thing. Xmas Stronghold sorties can also be a decent source of leveling, but they're not reliable because they have to exist. And be a good one. Whoop, overshot. Yeah, in general principle, the leveling in this game is pretty damn basic. We get all this XP for completing objectives, doing little bits here and there, hacking, casting abilities. All it comes down to is kills. I would say I think ESO no longer works for leveling frames. I don't know what you base that on, mate, because it does. Yeah, that's yeah, if you've already leveled the frame once, you've formed it, and you're re-leveling it, if you mastery rank 30, you can take it to ESO. If you're not mastery rank 30, you can't. That's just it. But it still works. You just need access. What's the current music set to? Ambient. How many hours do I play on Warframe right now? Do you mean have I played, like, total, or are you asking weekly? Not sure which one you're asking there. Come on, Relic. Start giving us some good stuff, please. I don't want to use the shiny relics. I'm looking for ducats. I don't care what I get. I just want the valuable items. Total hours? Well, I can bring up the mission hours. My mission hours is 1,551 at the moment. 1551. Nice palindrome right there. Creator wanting a bit of in-game music. Let me just quickly switch that on. And we'll switch off the ambient list. There we are. There you go, Snake Raider. Quickly switched for you. Record time. What's ESO? ESO is Elite Sanctuary Onslaught. So it's the higher tier version of the two endless mission types that is provided by Cephalon Samaris. It is primarily farmed just for affinity's sake, although it also does give certain drops such as the Core Warframe from standard Sanctuary Onslaught. I think you get access to him after the new Strange? It's been a while, I couldn't say exactly which quest. Best to check the wiki for that one. You've only got 90 hours? Hey, you got 90 hours. Only is your choice to add on that word. Fact of the matter is, you got 90 hours. It's less than me, but who cares? I'm a content creator. I should have a lot of hours in this game. To act as an authority otherwise would be a little bit disingenuous. You haven't played for a long time? Yeah. No worries, my dude. No worries.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
At the end of the day, this is a video game. It's a option. It's something you do to have fun. So if you decide to take a break from that, then you take a break. No one's going to sue you for it. Just got MR24 on your 70-day login. Nice. Nearly at the MR30. Making it. Floki, I appreciate the offer, but I will not be doing that now. Today we are cracking relics. Oh, Cake is under attack by a red veil. With the latest update, and I mean the actual latest update to the Xmas units, if you just kind of blast a whole death squad, you end up with all of these orbs. Look at this mad mess of orbs. You can get so many from the death squads now. Practically a joke. But it's a very useful joke. Is Earth Sabotage the only way to get companion link mods? Don't know. Haven't remembered where you get those ones from, so you have to check the wiki on that, my dude. You have to check the wiki. Ragnos, no. The majority of my in-mission time is from actually running missions, because testing, mod building, setup building, all that stuff is done out of missions. So that time isn't counted. The time I spent going over the video files to eke out frame by frame what exactly happened, check durations of certain combos to see what hits are happening and try and find the hidden features, to go through the mod setups, jiggling things around, trying for different options there, digging through the details on the wiki, anything else that people have put together for me, all that stuff doesn't show up in my mission time, no. All that research is hidden from it. Hello New Era, how you doing today? Cake saying it's not letting me skip the cinematic when the mission loads. Any idea why? Yes, I'm loading the mission too quickly, Cake, compared to your computer. So, sorry about that. That is a bug with DE. If the host has already skipped the loading screen, by the time you get to the loading screen, you can't skip it. Yeah, blame DE on that one. They've coded it badly. Quick question from Bidface. Off topic, who should I unlock first? Loba, Valkyrie, or another legend? Loba's buggy at the moment, Beard, so that would be a very poor experience for you. I would say Valkyrie because she is a very, very powerful legend. Extremely powerful, and somewhat forgiving. So yeah, go for Valkyrie at the moment, Beard. What's coming with Baro? We need a stockpile ducats. It's Prime Chamber, Dizonite. It costs just shy of 3,000 ducats. Yeah, good luck. It's going to take a little bit of farming if you want to grab that for yourself. Or if you grab one to sell to someone else, you know? Some easy trading there. Why trade 50 things when you can just trade one? I could grab that focus orb, but it's all the way over there. I'm all the way down here now, so I'm just going to not grab that focus orb. That seems like the reasonable thing to do.
You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Whee! Ah, come on. Bang the head. Whee! There we are. Much better. Okay, didn't expect to land on that, but sure. I landed on it, so I nearly fell. Trying to navigate carefully here. I'm doing a piss poor job of it at times, but it's fine. At least I have infinite ammo on my rocket launcher, so you know, that's going to keep us going.
Well done. Now get to extraction.
And we are done here. Let's make our way out. Ta-da! Author's Prime Blade, don't mind if I do, I'll pick that one up. It's the most valuable plat-wise out of the lot, so Sure. That's a good idea, Ragnos. Leveling weapons at the same time as farming ducats should go pretty well. Especially if you're doing quick missions with lots of kills, like 6 to 8. That should give you a bunch. Strifelar, question if I may ask. Which is better, Vectis or Rubico for Eidolons, or should I just stick with my Necromech? You should definitely be moving away from your Necromech if you are trying to do Eidolons more than once or twice. Rubico and Vectis have different things going for them. I'm not sure exactly how the meta lands on that side, but Rubico Prime has always done me well enough, so if you got a Rubico Prime, go for it. But the Vectis can work too. I'm not sure exactly what you'll need to do with that though. Eidolons is not my forte, so I tend not to do them. Hello, we got a message here from Elliot. Have me to the Relic queue, please. Still no Axie though. Okie dokie. Well, we're doing not Axie at the moment. So, Zom, you've been with us for a few relics so far. You've been with us since, yeah, about a half hour ago. Zom, we'll run this last one, and then we'll swap around for Eliu. Run this last one, then swap around for Eliu. What's my favourite cereal? I usually go for a just a light porridge. I do. Did someone just leave the squad? I feel like someone just left the squad. Someone just left the squad right there and then, didn't you? Delay really got you. Yeah, that's Twitch delays for you, isn't it? Well, I mean, whatever. It happened. There we are. We'll just blap our way through this one. We'll bring Eliu in on the next one. The Rando should probably drop out very quick. Ragnos, normal Rubico is vastly inferior to Rubico Prime, so whilst you may get results you are satisfied with, it doesn't work just fine. That would be an unfair assessment and throwing off people who are trying to look for a more effective answer. Normal Rubico will work just fine in the same way that a Necromech will work just fine. Feels good, doesn't actually beat out the competition, it's just what you're using. Joke saying back from making one too many memes for clip. Oh, okay. Shudder to think what you've made, but okay. We're all done here. Let's escape. All of the vials everywhere. Oh, it's just a beautiful mess of them. Cosmo, there's ways to get around keeping lures alive, but the main thing for keeping lures alive, as I understand it, is actually just getting faster at doing the mission. The faster you kill the Eidolons, the less time the Eidolons have to damage the lures. Certainly if you get to the point where you are taking them down each stage in basically one hit, the Eidolon has no time at all to be a threat to the lures. So that's the best way of getting around the lures dying, is just being able to kill them faster. Seriously. Otherwise, having an Amisha Archwing with, I think it's the second ability, that can provide healing and protection to the lures. So when the Eidolon does its big old wave, you go into Archwing, press your 1, press your 2, stay next to your lures, and that will actually help it out. Then once the waves are gone, you go back to it. That'll give them a nice big boost of healing. But it's not optimal to do that. That's more of a crutch to rely upon. I mentioned the Amisha in my latest video because it is one that you can just rely on as a solo player or as an inexperienced group. You just kind of inch along. Amisha 1 can target lures as well? Oh, now that I did not know. Fair enough. Alright, Zom has dropped out. Let's bring in Eliu. There we go. Hold on. Yep, they got the invite. How do you stay alive yourself? Usually play a vault. Again, kill the Eidolon quick enough that it's not going to be a threat to you. You can use Operator Mode to get through the surges, or again use your Archwing to get through the surges. You can use Operator Arcanes to heal your Warframe, so that'll get you through any chip damage that's coming through. You're just popping into Operator anyway. So when you come back, you've healed yourself. And then that's basically the limit of it, really. You shouldn't need that much more support outside of that, because again, you're working on killing the Eidolon quicker. And that'll do the trick for you. What's the pop-up for the prices for the Prime parts? Strife, that is Warframe info, WF info. If you do !WF info in the chat, that'll get you a link to the video all about the details. And yeah, Cosmo, you have to put the command before anything else, because otherwise the bot has no idea you're talking to it. Is a Latum good against Eidolons? The Latum can work against Eidolons. I wouldn't call it good against Eidolons. Again, it's going to be a weapon capable of getting it done, but it is not the kind of thing you should be relying upon going forwards. If you guys want to see how you can get really good at Eidolons, check out Nightmare Frames' video on it. He put out one very, very recently, so it's fully up to date with everything you need to know about Eidolons. I won't be covering Eidolons anytime soon on the Warframe channel. On my YouTube channel, that is, sorry. Because they're just not my thing, they're not my forte. They are his. So if you want to know how to do them, he is your guy to go to, 100%. I'll cover you for all the rest of the stuff. I'll cover you all practical things. The Eidolon fight is far from practical, quite frankly. And some of the tips and tricks to get really good at it are, again, very strange indeed. Everything from the way that you can force spawn Vombalis, or Vombalis, however you pronounce it, to the different tricks on where to place your Vault Shields prior to the Eidolon spawning, how you can get the lures to pop where you want them to be, ways to deal damage to the Eidolon even when it's not got out of the water, that kind of stuff. He goes into all the detail. Ragnos, if you're running out of ammo on your primary weapon during an Eidolon fight, you haven't got the suitable primary weapon setup. Pure and simple. If you are taking a Latum to make up for the fact that your primary might run out of ammo, you are planning for failure. It's probably better to invest in figuring out why your primary weapon isn't doing what it should be doing.
Now get to extraction.
It'd be like taking out insurance on a car for being, on a car. It's like taking out insurance on a push bike in case the engine explodes. You'd be like, okay, yeah, you could say, well, theoretically, if the engine were to explode, it'd be a problem. You'd be like, yeah, but what's the engine? The engine is a person. Insuring a push bike against the person might explode, you've got other things going wrong. Yeah. Invest in what's actually going to get the hunts done faster, rather than a backup for when it fails to do it slower. Nope, and Ragnos with a hydrate. Cheers. Just as I take a sip, no less. There we are. Double dip, why not? Alright, Zom requested Titania, so let's bring Titania for a run. Why not? Let's grab her real quick. There we go, Titania. Don't need to make any other changes, she should be good as is. I always make my loadout just a suitable go-to for pretty much everything, which allows me to just pick it up and go straight in. Makes it easier that way. Titania, Ember, Rhino. Well, you're leveling it, but not exactly known for being a mobile frame. But then neither is Ember, so what am I talking about? Fair enough, Rainover. Fair do. If you want to Ragnos, go for it. I'm just loading in on this next mission. Fingers crossed we get something good here too.
There is a large platoon of Grenier
And let's go.
stationed here. Leave no one standing.
Alright. So I got Titania just casually rocking a decent amount of speed at the moment. Why not get some Firewalker in on that action too? There we are, we're heading off this way. Where are you? There you are. Oop, very sensible. Already got all the reacts we need.
You've opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
And door sorted. Dex picture is pretty much the epitome of haha gun go burr. Just constant bullet, no reload. There's a recharge on it, but you just kind of lay off the trigger for half a second, you're fine. I could be running something like Thermal Sunder to improve the damage even further, but I don't want to have a Thermal Sunder specific build as my main go-to. Oh, that's all of them dealt with. Let's get out of here. And jobs are good un. Jobs are good and there we are. Yeah, the auto mods loadout was a price suggested by a viewer as we were bringing that option up at the time. Someone suggested it should cost 42,069. I thought that was a pretty nice number, so we went with it. Auto mod loadout is 42,069 Spanish. One Nidus Prime Blueprint. I'll throw it on the pile. I got a few of those now. Passive D. That's all out. I don't have a backup today, chat. Oh, didn't mean that. One thing I want to bring up as well for you guys, I've already announced this on the Discord, which you guys are all on the Discord. Of course you're all on the Discord, you want to get the updates about what's happening with the channel. But just a quick reminder that on Sunday, on the Warframe stream I'll be doing then, we're going to be doing a slightly different giveaway to the one that we have got running today. Today is for 75 Platinum, which is available to all consoles. But on Sunday, I will be doing a giveaway of a TennoCon digital pack. So that will give you all of the accessories that come in that digital pack. It will give you the hundreds of Platinum, and it will give you access to the TennoCon play. So, if you want a chance to win that digital pack, make sure you are here on Sunday throughout that stream. All the details of the giveaway are over on the Discord if you need to double check on those. Yeah. I've stuck with Titania. I didn't mean to do that, but sure, we're still here.
Leave no one standing.
Get a little bit of extra speed going. There we go. Get the bullets absolutely flooding out of the front of this gun. Oh, and we got a friendship door straight away. Why not? Seen quite a few people running subsumed abilities on Titania. I mean, yeah, because she's got various playstyles and she's got gaps available to her to use. Because whilst their kit is good, you can get other things going as well. Other playstyles don't require her entire kit. Oh, okay, kind of vulnerable. The whole enemies becoming invulnerable when they get corrupted thing, I gotta say, has always annoyed me. It feels like it just slows down the pace. You go to shoot someone, they're just like, ah, no, I'm not in fact at a risk of being hurt at the moment. Haha, deal with it. Come on. group of them.
Have broken their ranks
And we're
they're
good.
on the run. Another successful mission.
Did they fix the God Mode mobs from arbitrations? There was a mention in the patch notes about invulnerability issue being fixed there, so potentially, said Jellybeans. Potentially. I haven't tested it, but there was a patch note just this evening, like moments ago, which looked like it could have sorted it. I'm just putting bright yellow fire absolutely everywhere. Ooh, hello. Gara Prime Blueprint. Don't mind if I do. That is a nice pickup right there. Oven Cake asking if you can stop Titania from doing this whole slow backflip when you bump into walls. Yes, hold down her first ability. When you use her first ability and don't cast it on anything else, you cast it on yourself, it gives you status immunity. And that staggering effect is a status effect. So if you just keep on using your first ability on yourself, you'll never get staggered. Spellbind, that's the one, Spellbind. As long as you're using that, you're absolutely sorted. That's why you'll see me constantly casting that. It's for two reasons. It's for the status immunity, overall, which is absolutely amazing. By the way, that is subsumable. So you can also put that onto other Warframes to give them total status immunity, which includes knockdowns as well. So, why use Prime Sure-Footed when you can turn it into an ability? It's an option there for you. The other reason for using that is that it augments Razorwing Blitz, which is the augment on here. Every time I cast a ability as Titania, whilst in Razorwing Blitz triggers, up to 5 stacks of it. So recasting this will just keep on buffing that too. It all works together quite nicely. Next request was from Raptor for a little bit of Octavia action. Let's bring out Octavia, and if I'm bringing Octavia, I might as well bring out the Tenora. Signature weapon, why not? There we go. Joker saying, quick question, since never been to a virtual TennoCon before, do you have to buy a TennoCon ticket to access the Barracuda instance? Yes. Yes, you cannot access the TennoCon Barracuda relay. You'll access the free one, but it won't have Barrow there. The Barracuda relay is only for people who have access to the digital pack for TennoCon. And as I say, I'm giving away access on Sunday, or you can just purchase that yourself directly from DE. It does cost real money. It's not a platinum purchase, that one. There we are. Give someone a melee attack speed boost. Why not? I can do that. 104% boost, no less. Attack speed that as well. You never know. Might help us out. Hey, movement speed boost. That's lovely. I'm taking a bit of damage. I need to be careful about that. I need to be careful I don't kill myself. And let's run our way out of here. Oh, I just got a Warframe buff. My Warcry runs out. I'll just recast that and give a double bonus on that one. Oh, quick reload. There we are. Warcry. Everyone just got a 280% melee attack speed buff. You wouldn't believe that this is the glaive I'm swinging around at this speed, but it is. I've just become a glaive tornado. That was with the assistance of Vold, but you know. Still pretty ridiculous. Hello. Get rid of nullifiers because they are illegal. Has someone got a stalker coming in? No. Oh dear. How much does it cost? You'll need to check on DE's website to see the price in your region there, Ragnos. Magic looks silly. Muzzle flash, but no muzzle. Alright, where is he? There he is. And there he isn't. Job done. Easy peasy. And we get some pieces. I'll take the Titania piece. Apparently that's valuable. I'll take it. Fair enough, King. Some builds you do really need to invest into to make them work, yeah. Alright, Zers, you have a good one. You take care. We'll catch you around. And that, of course, chat means Zers is dropping out, so we've got a space in the squad. So if you want to join us on these Relic fissures, just send me a message in-game, !join if you need to know how to do that. Cake, very rarely. Very rarely. I caught a Nightmare Frames Eidolon video the other day. It popped up in my recommendations, which is odd in itself, to be quite honest with you. It's things Warframe don't. But yeah, I very rarely watch other Warframe creators. On the one hand, basically, a lot of what they cover I already know. And what I don't already know, if I'm watching a video on it, basically I just don't want there to be any bleed through from someone else's work to mine in the same space. Yeah. I don't really watch other Warframe creators. I do watch other creators' stuff, but outside of Warframe. Various other creators, various different bits and pieces here and there. At least when I get time to. You jealous, Forecast? What's got you jealous? Yeah, I don't know when TennoCon's going to be a big proper event again right either. No idea. I mean, I've only ever officially been a Warframe creator, you know, part of creator program, since COVID restrictions struck the world.
There is a large platoon.
There is very little on my channel that is pre-COVID, as it were. It'd just be like that. We'll see. Things are gonna sort out eventually, of course. We'll get back to in-person stuff, I'm sure, eventually. That said, if they have to make a choice between resources for the game and resources for TennoCon, I'm quite happy for the game to take priority. I've seen what happens when businesses make anything but the game a priority. And it's ugly. It's ugly as sin. This enemy back there. On. I know one of you is back there. Just kill it. Give me the new waypoint. Okay, that jumped a distance, so apparently we skipped a couple enemies. Is the spawning just running behind us or something? Or is it a different direction? Oh my... Okay, that was actually a dead-end room. Never mind. I got bamboozled by a dead-end room. I thought the mission was going to continue that way, but no, it's just a random couple spawns in a corner. Bamboozled. Okie dokie, we should be near to having this one done. There it is. Get out of here.
We'll get to extraction.
Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. First one here even. Ta-da! Alright, fair enough, goats. Fair enough. Iron stars? I don't need the iron stars. F-King, you saw what happened when I had a load of iron stuff. Something else. It just went gone. I don't need the iron stars. We've done all that. Those days are gone. Ragnos, best to just check what's immediately above where it has the price, Ragnos. It tells you everything on the website there. Highly recommend you just scroll up about 10 pixels and read it. Hello Janice, how you doing? Koki, is it? Have we got anything better going on, or is it still the Exterminate the best one? It's still the Exterminate. Sure, why not? Yes, okay, yeah. Yeah, the actual UI icon, not on the minimap, but on the UI, they do have an enlarged icon within the little pop-up. Are there any Warframe creators outside of my role? Anything exceptional that stood out from one? No. No, not at all. To have one that would be outside of that rule of I don't watch other creators, I would first need to watch a creator to find a reason to want to watch them instead of not watching them. But I just don't. I just don't have a reason, need, drive, or desire to watch other Warframe creators. I might take a peek from time to time, a bit here or there. I have done from time to time. Varying results, I'll be quite honest. But by and large, I am not the target market of other Warframe creators. I'm one of the ones out here doing that research myself. Finding what I can find. Following up on the leads the community suggests here or there. Not that I've got anything against the creators, they're just not putting out what I'm wanting to watch when I'm in my downtime.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Fair do, Janice, fair do. Hope you gain plenty to get ready for Baro's next visit, as we've been told. Other creator content could theoretically come in handy in getting a heads up on certain aspects that are happening. Wait, this enemy all the way back there, god damn it. I'm just gonna roll ahead this way and hope this is actually where the mission should go. This way? Yes it is, there we go. Hold it. But yeah, like for example with the Latum, my understanding from what others have said that a few creators were very adamant about using the 3x400 feature on the Latum, whereas when I tested everything, did math on everything and put it all together, I found that it was just overall better to use the other one, the one that gives you the 50% 2000% bonus. So, again, not only do I not really want to watch other people's stuff, but sometimes they can just not really get it right. I prefer to just follow what I know, and what I know is that what I put together, I've checked, I've verified. As long as it takes, and believe me, it takes long, but I've verified. Is he bringing Prime Chamber to PlayStation? I believe Baro is doing a stress test on all platforms. So I would imagine they are bringing Prime Chamber to all platforms, yes. It would be silly of them to advertise a stress test but only give one platform. Cosmo Scheme, regarding the TennoCon giveaway, what would happen if someone who already had the bundle won? Well, first they'd have to actually enter. If you choose to enter and win the TennoCon giveaway despite already having a TennoCon bundle, what will happen is you'll receive the TennoCon bundle again. You won't be able to give it to anyone else. It would go onto your account, and therefore all you would get is the platinum. Because a duplicate of the cosmetics can't exist, and you can't access the relay twice at the same time. That's physically impossible. So yeah, all you would achieve will be to get yourself the platinum from the pack again. But you can. If you want the platinum, you can enter it to win it. Any chance of collaborative streams? It's not something I've been looking at the moment, Silver Helix. It's not something that's come up. 93% damage dealt. Okay. Just a bit. Weird way of phrasing it, Raynuva, but doing alright. Doing alright. I've basically fully recovered from surgery. No complaints at all there. The doctors did a very good job. It has to be the person drawing Silver Helix. But here's the thing. If someone creates 10 accounts to enter, They enter with any one of those accounts and goes, actually, well, you see, I was doing it for my friend, who just happens to be this other person I know. I'm being so generous. Yeah, no, that's a person entering with 10 accounts. And there is no way to distinguish between doing it for my friend and entering with 10 accounts, or something else to try and get around the rules. So if the person's like, no, I want to give it to my friend, it's like, yeah, no, okay, I'm joining a new person now. Cheers. It's explicitly against the rules.
There is a large platoon of Grenadier stationed here.
I've done enough in terms of giveaways and just general community bits and pieces to catch these kinds of things. Every time there is a larger giveaway on the channel, there's almost always someone that needs to be either curated or removed. Almost always there is someone trying to pull a fast one, and they find themselves very quickly unable to actually interact with the channel in any way whatsoever. And if they identify themselves on other platforms, hey, makes my job easier. I just found them there too. Don't try to swindle a giveaway. No, that's still multi-account Silver Helix, because your friend could also enter, and now they have 2 entries, and that's bullshit. I'm not going to mince my words on that one. When I say it is 1 entry per person, otherwise you're taking it away from the people, giving an unfair advantage, I mean it.
The relic has been crafted.
Straight up.
Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
A giveaway is not supposed to be a popularity contest. And it sure as shit is not supposed to be a bot contest. I do it to support you guys for supporting me. Part of the side of things, in fact, in case any of y'all haven't noticed, I haven't actually announced this giveaway elsewhere. You'll notice I've not announced it on Twitter, I've not announced it on YouTube, I've not done a community post for it. The only place I have announced this giveaway, aside from talking about it here, is over on the Discord. And that's a unique one compared to what I do with the Prime Access giveaways when we have them. The reason I've done that is because with the TennoCon pack, the big draw of TennoCon is for people who are engaged with the game, actively partaking in it, actively waiting to see what is coming tomorrow. And also there is the big old TennoCon relay, which you require quite a few ducats to really get the most value out of. The way I see it, that's not a pack that's valuable to someone who has just started the game or only dabbles, drips and drabs, bits and pieces here and there. It holds nowhere near the same value to those of you here who are thoroughly engaged. So, in that regard, that's why I've not announced it. When it comes to most other giveaways, whether it be just a Platinum giveaway, whether it be a Prime Access giveaway, those kinds of things, that's applicable to everyone. I'm fine with that going out to absolutely everyone. But this is one where I'd say someone who plays the game for 5 minutes, someone who has a passing interest, I'll flick through Twitch and buggers off again. I'd rather it didn't go that way, quite frankly. I can't force it, but I can choose which platforms to advertise it on. Okie dokie. We're doing alright on these bits and pieces. We're getting not a lot of golds, but then I'm not exactly investing in Radiant Relics at the moment. I would like a capture to pop up. They are a lot faster, but so far there isn't, and Exterminate allows me to focus on the chat plenty. Let's put it that way. If you don't want to join, that's fine, Sylvia. You're absolutely fine to not join on the giveaway. That's no problem at all. Ray was saying, I don't know if you've been asked this, but will you be joining TennoCon and all the Barricadier Relay? Yes, I will also have access to a digital pack, so yeah, I will be part of that. Unless something comes up life and family-wise, but I intend to be there. Monkey Biz is saying, kind of stuck. Don't know what to do. First, maxing up my focus school, do Eidolons, or finish Steel Path. Hey, whichever takes your fancy. And if you're not sure which takes your fancy, roll a dice. Grab a 6-sided die if you own one, or go to Google and just tell it to give you a number between 1 and 3, and pick between your 3 options. Because if the heart's not pulling you one way or the other, then every answer is the right answer, surely. Do what takes your fancy. And if by some stretch of the imagination, if you roll up the answers, if you look at them and go, actually I don't want any of these, then don't. That's perfectly valid too. Come back to it another day. I sometimes find that when I get stuck for choices, it's not because I have a lack of choice or too many choices. Sometimes it's because my brain just goes, no, but I don't want those choices. Find something different. Sometimes it'd be like that. Did I get given access for free? So, yeah, basically. Because I'm part of the Warframe Creator Program, they have given me a TennoCon digital access pack. Very, very nice of them. Yes, they have given me that for free. Is there any strategy for farming the wheel lift together silver cord? There are strategies to it, yeah. There are strategies. The main thing is looking up a guide on where all the possible semichord locations can spawn. Then you take your Arcwing and you figure out a route which, as efficiently as possible, flies you around all of them. Or at least as many of them as it is reasonable to access. Check your minimap, see if you can find them. If you do, scan it. If you don't, move along. I believe there is still a glitch now where you can find one and then just scan the one above Fortuna a few times over until you get that song and then repeat. But yeah. Chick Noodle, which one are you referring to? Today or Sunday? Today or Sunday? F King, you'd imagine so, but then, you know, bots can do a lot of things. Bots can do quite a lot of things. Anyone here PS4? I think there's a few people here PS4, yeah. Don't know about your login issue though, sorry, no. How did you manage that, F-King? You managed to get wheel lift early? That's weird. You're supposed to get 2 other ones, then wheel lift, I think. Yeah. So yeah, German Gating, the giveaway today that we're doing at the end of stream, that is for 75 Platinum, open to all platforms. So it doesn't matter whether you're on PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, or PC. Any platform even, can join in with a chance to win that one. Can you still get wheel lift put together post-New War? I'd imagine so, Cosmo. I haven't tried it because I've already got it. I would imagine so, yeah. It'd be very, very weird if that went away. This one, says Chicken Noodle. Okay, this one, this being this today, I'm going to assume you mean today, 75 Platinum giveaway, yeah. Exclamation mark raffle. Exclamation mark raffle. It's the one you're used to. You've been here a few times. More than a few. You're used to it by now, Chick Noodle. I'd imagine you are. Yeah, you already got yourself a ticket today. There you are. Cosmo, that's a big ask right there. That is a very, very big ask right there. Hey, if you've already got it, F-King, if you've already unlocked We All Live Together, lucky you. You already done the work, nice. Or a glitch in your favour, it's like a chance card in Monopoly. Game error in your favour, collect one epic song. Can't argue with that. For the giveaway plat, you can't trade with players, correct? So it's only good for like slots, other market stuff. Is the giveaway plat prioritized over normal plat? Yes. So if you are spending platinum through the market, through buying slots, potatoes, whole Warframes, any of that stuff, it will take free untradeable plat first before it goes through tradable plat. Always. So say if you have 100 platinum in your account, 50 of it is tradable, 50 of it is untradeable. Your first Warframe slot will use 20 untradeable plat. Your second Warframe slot will use another 20. Your third Warframe slot, if you purchase one, will use 10 untradeable plat, and then the 10 tradable,
That's it.
leaving you with 40 tradable plat.
Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
They are smart like that. Any giveaway that gives you platinum will always be untradeable. Doesn't matter how much it is. If it's 75 plat, if it's 400 odd in a pack, if it's 3,900 in a Prime Access pack, it's always untradeable. Which means, fun fact, every time you get platinum during a trade, you know someone actively bought that. Never a freebie.
The enemy is broken. Well done.
Alright,
Now
we
get to
are done here.
extraction.
All the giveaways on this channel are open to all platforms, Monkey Business. So any plat, any digital access pack we do that's provided by DE, it's open to all platforms. I'll make it very clear if we have a giveaway that's just PC. But I like to avoid those. There's a lot of you guys here are not on PC, and to just be like, sorry, that you're not on the same platform as the engineer, that stuff, nah, that sucks. I ain't gonna do that if I can avoid it. Is there a drop in this channel? There is a giveaway at the end of the stream, my dude. There are drops active. You would see it in your inventory at the top of your Twitch feed. You'd open up your inventory. But there's no direct reward drops on at the moment, to my understanding. I know I'm not picking up the high ducat items here, but I'm going for the valuable ones. The whole point of having Warframe info is to see, discover, and pick up the actually more valuable items. And if I sell those ones, I can either purchase more ducats or just purchase whatever I need. Look at it this way: if your typical Baro item can be got for 10 times as many ducats as it would be platinum, so say a 300 ducat item is worth 30 platinum at the early days of it, right when he's selling the item, then if I've got the option between a 45 ducat item or a 7 platinum item, 7 platinum is a better pick. Just a better pick. Have I ever tried console before? Not for Warframe, no. But yes, I have played on consoles before now. Any new captures, please? A lot of things active at the moment, crikey. And not a single one of them capture. Love it. Alright, we'll stick with this one then, why not? Just keep farming those ducats. What is Warframe info for again? It's the overlay you see at the end of the Relic missions I've got going on. The overlay that shows me the value of items in platinum according to Warframe Market. Airsoft Sniper saying, hey, there's a Warframe Primetime right now. I can only find the Spanish stream. Is there an English one? Do you know? So, Warframe International will do a different time stream to the standard Warframe streams. So prime time on International is going to be in Spanish, and that's always at a different time to normal prime time, as it were, which is, I believe, don't they normally do those on Fridays, I want to say? It is on Fridays. When they have, it's a Friday, of course. I think it was on Fridays. International stream's nearly finished. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. I'll be honest, I didn't know they were streaming that one now. Don't know why I thought they streamed that at a different time of the day rather than now. What do I know? They're not my stream. Hello, Monolith. How you doing today? Oh, give me the nuke, give me the nuke, give me the nuke. Okay, most of the enemies have died by the time I can cast that, but whatever. We'll take that. What even is prime time? It's one of the streams that Warframe does. Warframe themselves. You can find out more by literally just going on to forums and checking out prime time. It's their thing. I'll leave you to that.
Enemy is broken. Well done. Now get to extraction.
No. Good luck, Raptor. Good luck. Oh, it's prime time. Oh yeah, no, of course. Prime time's Thursday. Friday is when they do dev streams, isn't it? Yeah, there we go, yeah. Normal primetime Thursday, dev streams are done Friday. Got it. That's it, yeah. And, okay, apparently this is the more value of the pieces, although, if I've not got one of these, it might be what I'm needing to finish off a strong set, so I'll actually take that one this time. There's a bit of plat difference, but, you know, if it finishes up the set, that makes it easier to sell. %1,000% accuracy exactly. Igmunded. 1,000. Gotta love DE math. Every time. Okie dokie. Any captures? I'm thinking no. In fact, we've lost the Telesto. That one's gone now. Alright, so we got the Jupiter Exterminate. We have got the Phobos Exterminate. And we have got others which take longer. I mean, Sabotage ain't bad. It's Serra's. Actually, Serra's, that should be a good one. Yeah, we'll do that one. There we are. Lovely jubbly. That's what we're looking for. Remember guys, we have got an open spot at the moment. We're just having randos fill into that. So if you do want to join in, !join in the Twitch chat. I'll give you the details on how to join me here in the game. Obviously you need to be on PC. But you're going to hang around for an invite, so you're going to have to ask to join, and I'll bring you in as and when we got the opportunity. So. Excuse my jaw. Bit clicky, as ever. Wonder when the hospital will actually get back to me about that one, because that has been... It's been a while now, not gonna lie, it's been a while. They sorted out the thing that needed sorting quickly, so I cannot complain if they take a little bit longer on something a little bit less life-threatening.
There is a sanctuary target here, Hunter. I sense it. Track it with the synthesis scanner.
I can't help but notice we haven't had someone join this mission. No, we've still got that empty spot.
Rich enemy supply
For Austin?
in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to.
There we go. Natalia 70 has joined us. We're all good. We will have 4 relics to choose from. I remember being very confused about relics when I started out. When I was completely new to Warframe, I didn't have someone guiding me that well, because the person who was guiding me was low MR themselves. They had some interesting misconceptions about the game. And I'll be honest, they weren't the best teacher. And it's far more my role in that. Relics confused me because I was just kind of grabbing relics with these weird-ass codes on them all the time, and that didn't make sense in itself. Like, this is a drop that's not a drop. I don't get it. Why do I have this?
I will reward you.
I've finally figured out which way I'm supposed to be going. But then the opening of them, I was getting these prime parts. And I remember prime being, you know, shiny. This is top tier stuff, right? Why am I just getting prime parts as a low level player just for doing it seemed like a nothing mission? And it was a nothing mission. It was a lith mission. No one's concerned about a lith mission for difficulty. Scoop up that. Thank you. So I was very confused about these prime parts I was receiving. It was like, how am I getting these? How am I able to pick these other random ones? Which one am I picking? Why do I care about them? Okay, where do I get the others? I don't understand this. It was all very weird. And eventually, of course, I figured it out. But it wasn't very intuitive. It wasn't very intuitive, I will be quite honest with you. The other bit that kind of put me off, and it's just when I was starting out, was discovering that, hey, here's all these prime parts you can get. I was like, cool, I've opened up this low-level one, the Lith one. So, you know, get myself some nice low-level gear, right? And like, yeah, sure. So, if you want to complete this gear, which is only MR3 or something like that, it's like, yeah, that sounds good to me. If you want to complete it, all you need to do is now get the right part you're wanting from this Axie relic. Like, Axie? I don't have any Axie relics, let alone that one. Again, new player. So yeah, it was a bit disorientating, along with everything else going on. I mean, it's valuable. Valuable means saleable. Saleable means platinum. Yeah, I suppose Farmer, that is probably for the best. Probably. Now the relic system makes perfect sense to me. I understand it in and out, but that's just through sheer experience. There are certain UI elements I think would go a long way to improving it. You know, moving away from disjointed UIs to more tutorial-based, informative-based UIs, there are ways to improve on that. But for what we got at the moment, it works. How should you mod for Slash? That is an incomplete question. That is definitely an incomplete question. I think the closest I can get to the kind of answer you're looking for is forecast. Head on over to my YouTube channel, !YouTube or YT if you don't know where that one is already, and make sure you check out my damage type guide over there. So I go through all the different damage types. I go through Slash, Impact, Puncture, how they work, what goes into them. I go through the elements as well. Check out my damage type guide there. That will give you the biggest rundown you need on it. If you want to go more in depth, I have also got my damage calculation guide. 165% is not in fact 165%, fun fact. So that video goes into that in even more detail, but the damage type guide is where you should be starting. That was it? Oh no, it's this one. There we are. Life is Skunk saying it's a bit strange that the main way of acquiring higher items is speed running low-level capture missions. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. I'm not sure what way around doing things differently will be worthwhile for DE. They have bandied around the idea from time to time of maybe allowing us to open multiple relics at once, but still only pick one item. I'm not sure how they felt on that idea in the end. I don't have their game statistics, their behind the scenes stuff on how players interact with stuff. Know if that would be beneficial for the game or not. It's something they've mentioned that they might look at, and that is a lot of maybes in a row. Ragnos wanting to change us over to some synth after this. We can do that, yep. After this mission, I will change it over to some synth.
There are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location.
Y'all corrupted? You are. Flat. Oh, you know what? I'll pick up this one. Right there.
You found the first resource cache.
Who the hell is finding resource caches in a relic fissure? Oh. Either that's a very keen eye or a very mixed up priority. Just like if fissures roar the same type of relic you're cracking? Nah, Raptor, it doesn't need to do that. That would just mean then you'd only need to do fissures. Once you got one of the relic, you just constantly do that same fissure. Carrier, calm down. But I don't see that as necessary, no. The Void relic fissures, they offer you something close to that, not always the same, but something close to that. I just don't see it as a requirement. We get relics all over the place already. I have hundreds of relics, if not thousands probably. I also have the ability to get stuck. How the... There we go, that was a weird... And that, well, stuck before now, but sure, why not? Yo, Mr. 901 Tommy Jacks, welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. With the raid of 18 people.
That's it. Now get out.
Welcome in, guys. Have we got a mod in the chat to do a quick shout out there? I'll do it after the mission. Welcome to the channel. Those of you who just joined us here, I'm the Engineer, solver of practical problems, in case you didn't already know. And we are running some relic fissures in advance of upcoming Baro visit. Because he's going to be having Prime Chamber, and we need to be ready for that. Yeah, welcome in, guys. I hope you had a good stream there, Mr. 901 Tommy Jacks. I'm just call you Mr. Tommy if that's alright. That's quite a long name. Or Jax's army. Okay, Jax then. Jax seems like the name. Oh, it's this tile. Eliu, Oven Cake, have you scanned the curia? Where is it? Oh, I always forget where to find the curia on this one. Isn't it down at the back of this one? Or was it up top somewhere? Oh wait, shit, no, it's up and around, wasn't it? Up and around. Was it over here? Or was it actually out the back? Ah, I can't remember where it is. Dang it. I've genuinely forgotten this one. There is a curia somewhere out this way, but I can't get it to appear on my scanner because I've already scanned it. I always forget about this one. Oh, there we are. I accidentally went into the area. Whatever. I'll just pick up the Zacti Prime Receiver then. Hey. Alright, let's do that shout out now. So, oh wait, no, never mind. I've just saw that someone's already done that. You're playing Looney Tunes World of Mayhem. Okay. I've never heard of that. Fair enough. Hope you had a good time with it. What do we do when we find a curia in the orbiter? I mean, Ragnos, you just need to let me know where you've seen it. You need to be very specific. Not just generalized in such and such a room. You need to be very specific about where you see it once you see it. Alright, let's switch over the audio as requested. We're going to go back over to some synthwaves. I'll switch off the in-game music in just a sec as well. There we are. Now we're on to pure synthwave again. Let's do it. And we have a request actually from Forecaster for some Vault action, so sure, let's do that as well. Let's grab Vault, and whilst we're at it, let's grab the Inodem. Let's go Vault Inodem. That should do the trick. Okie dokie. This one's still here. Sarah's Sabotage, it is. Just double check there's nothing better. Yep. Let's crack another one. I'm curious to see what stock Baro actually has on his next visit. If there's anything special to go alongside Prime Chamber, or if it is going to be all, you know, revisit stuff. Yeah, Prime Chamber, it's a thing in itself, but it's always nice to see something new, certainly mod-wise in Baro stock. Always nice to see a new thing there. One thing I can be sure we won't get is something to the tune of Prime Serration. That's not going to happen. What with the galvanized mods, the arcanes that we've got access to, they're not going to give us a Prime Pure Damage mod for rifles. Is it up for the full length of the Baro visit? When you say it, you mean Prime Chamber? Yes. That should be there in his, just in his shop listings like a normal shop item. Because DE aren't doing it as a giveaway or anything, they're just happening to do a stress test, and Prime Chamber is the incentive. Access to Prime Chamber is the incentive to get us to do stress tests with them. Because they can't do a stress test with anything other than players. For that, you require people to do people things. Oh, come off it. I did not just void sling out of the playable zone. You kidding me? Why not just have just a bounding box? Why actually take me out? God damn it. Whatever. Okay, apparently I do not have Prime Shuffler on this build. That is a thing. Let me just... I'll just switch to the intercom. That's what I mentioned earlier. Oh, come off it. Did I really just get knocked down by that barrel? Really? This is not great for me. I'm falling through everything. Ah, whatever. OSHA violations. Just all this place is OSHA violations. So many violations. I mean, look, this guy's dying everywhere. Totally has nothing to do with me. Imagine Great Prime came back. Oh goodness, I looked away and ran off the edge. Where are these enemies at? Ah, we can leave. What am I doing? We don't need to be here.
I will reward you should you perform synthesis.
Cool, but I could take that. I'm in range. I'll just stand here a moment. Now, if you don't want to make your business, that's fine. No one's forcing you to get it. Ta-da! I'll be honest, Double G-Manic, I've forgotten the exact time, but there is a forum post about it. I did link that on the Discord. So, yeah, someone else will probably get the time. I've completely forgotten as well. Cosmo, I think it's because people are going to be busy at work is when they've did it. Because they themselves are also going to be at work to do the test. So that's probably why they're doing it then. Also, the Friday helps because 1, that's when Baro arrives, and 2, as much as it'll be work time for North America, and South America for that matter, it won't be work time for those living in EU. If I'm remembering the time correctly, that is. Wait, no, actually, no. Did they do it earlier in the day than Baro normally arrives, actually? Might have done that. In any case, they've got to be at work at the time. They've got to be at work. They're not going to say, hey, just to do this stress test, can you guys come in to work at, 10 PM? That'd be great. Not going to do that to themselves. What is the insistence with using these weird time zones anyway? ET, PT, EST. What happened to just good old UTC, Universal Time Code? Let everyone know what it is rather than having to translate from some other part of the world. Just tell us in the time zone that everyone knows. God damn it. Because everyone should know what their time zone actually is, UTC. You should know if you live +5, -7. You should know if you are in summertime or not, and if that gives you a +1, -1, wherever you are. Just give us the time zone that is global, rather than having to go through this step every time of translating it. Pet peeve. Pet peeve right there. A global world, and still people have to use the local time zones for everything. Unless you don't use UTC across the ocean, that's because y'all suck. Quite frankly. I mean, if you're on a continent, you're on a continent in a country which has multiple time zones. You've got your time zone in the west, you've got your time zone in the centre, you've got your time zone in the east, you've got time zones all over the place. All of these different time zones. And everyone juggling, remembering which one is what one is, refers to which, what, where, where. You could just refer to the universal time zone. Set up that everyone easily translate from that into their own local time by just remembering their own local adjustment. But no. No. Instead, we capitulate to the masses who actually can't even seem to read a analog clock half the time. It's all grand, isn't it? Imagine if technology had an auto-translate but translated to your time zone. I mean, that'd be great, Cosmo. That'd be great, but people don't use that in a lot of places. People just don't. You'll notice I try to do so on Discord where it's important. But usually people don't do that. I mean, you can get into imperial measurements all you like there, Tommy Tots. At least it's a measurement which is understood where it's used by and large. Yeah, obviously, if you get outside of the US and UK, people go, what's a feet? Yeah. At least it's an understood distance where it is used. When it comes to the time zones, that's just one going, yeah, I know that the time zones are over there, and I'm over here, and you're over there, and that goes over that place, but rather than saying it in a way that everyone can just understand without having to Google, I'm just going to say ET. Let you figure it out. Is that Eastern time? Is that European time? Is that a reference to an alien going home? You don't know. Go Google it. Figure it out. No. It's just... God damn it. Time zones are stupid enough as it is, with summertime coming into play here, left, right, and centre. And at different times, no less. The Northern Hemisphere does not switch into summertime clocks all at the same time. Some people do it sooner, some people do it later, some people don't do it. It's bad enough with that already going on. Can we at least just try and find a time zone to communicate in internationally? Oh wait, we have one and no one uses it. Pet peeve. Yeah, the UK has a mix of both Imperial and Metric, and is trying, at least there are some people here trying to make it where we use even more Imperial measurements. But I don't know a reason. God knows what. But, yeah, it's just something that we grow up with and have to get used to. Boomer education, as it were. Verify Google is better than school. Google is not better than school. As evidenced by the number of people who believe in things like flat earth and anti-vax, Google is not a replacement for school. Google is but a tool. School, at least where it's done correctly, should be giving you the necessary understanding to know how to use that kind of tool correctly. All preemptive, Vanzant. All preemptive. We got Prime Chamber coming very shortly, and then we got the actual TennoCon stuff as well. It's pretty much preemptive. I'll think about what I want once I got the ducats. Oh, Archer, now you're just being pedantic. That is pedantic, and you know it. You're correct, but pedantic. Do I know if Prime Chamber will be a thing during TennoCon stuff? I would imagine yes, because it's a Baro item. They're saying Baro's bringing every Baro item, so yeah, should be. Is the Vectus any good? A lot of people seem to rave about it, specifically for Eidolons. Ragnos, I feel like you're talking about how you should be doing less schooling. Have you paid attention to literally any part of the world at the moment and how so many people are struggling to even become suitably engaged and educated citizens with the schooling that exists? To remove half of that would be stupid. It really would be. I would not consider an 11-year-old sufficiently educated about the world. But they are ready to move on into their adult life. No. Far bloody from it. I mean, fair enough, Archer. SI is, as an abbreviation, mostly considered just in the scientific fields, realistically speaking. What was that in-game overlay? So it's an out-of-game overlay, but yeah, it's not a stream one. The overlay you just saw there, Vanzant, was Warframe info, WF info. So yeah, exclamation mark WF info in the chat, and you'll get the information on exactly what that is. I'm going to bring R4, because I feel like it. Hey, it's got Rubico, why not? Is Prime Chamber even worth to get? That's a good question. I don't have an answer for you. I mean, if you never ever use the Vectis, it will have much less value than if you did. But otherwise, yeah, basically just... yeah. Hooly Gooly. Just had a Hooly Gooly join. Okay. Interesting username. Don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but sure, why not? Alright, let's head off. I didn't mean to roll, I meant to...
It's critical that you deliver the payload
Whatever.
to the location.
I didn't want to hold it anyway.
Hunters on Tenno. The synthesis scanner is detected.
Damn, how many synthesis targets has this person got?
Search for traces of the
Don't even know whose it is, but it just keeps going.
My intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches.
What would be the fastest way to farm ducats? Defense, survival,
Exact location.
mission type is best? Donnie, first of all, definitely not defense missions. Hell no, not defense missions. Second of all, head on over to my YouTube channel. That is obviously The Kengineer on YouTube. And check out the video, Are You Farming Relics Correctly? Sorry, Are You Opening Relics Correctly? Because that guide right there is exactly the question you are asking. 100% the one you're asking. Oh, and Cosmo has linked them for you as well.
Need to destroy the reactor.
Yeah, make sure you're opening your relics correctly. That guide goes into optimizing your relic opening.
You opened the relic.
Doing
Finish
it
your mission.
correctly.
Take a look inside.
And when I say doing it correctly, I'm not just talking about, oh, well, I have an idea, you know, I played it a few times and figured out. I mean, I've actually gone and done the mathematics, the statistical variations. I bust out the calculator and then some, you know?
Proceed to the extraction point.
I made the spreadsheet cry to get that answer. So yeah, there you are. Job done. Sing song is very Egyptian. Okay. I'll take your word on it. I'll be honest, it blends into the background for me. Okay, this waypoint is really unhelpful. This way? No. It must be this way. There we go. That was the worst waypoint. Slap bang 45 degrees between the two doorways. When is TennoCon? Next month. Ooh, Corvus Prime, don't mind if I do. That's some nice flat peaks right there. How's Vectis compared to Rubico? Is there anything the other can't do in terms of practicality? The Vectis can make use of Prime Chamber, whereas Rubico really can't in comparison. That's the main thing. Otherwise, they're both sniper rifles. At the end of the day, that's the big part of it. They're both sniper rifles. So you're correct, Donnie. It's not part of the game. It is an extra program. It is called Warframe Info, WF Info. If you do exclamation mark WF Info in the chat, I've said it. 3 other people are probably going to do it before you. That'll give you the link. Ragnos has forgotten that he's not supposed to put a space there, but he'll figure it out. Okay, apparently the bot gave... the bot just straight up ignored Shinigyo there. I don't know what that was about. Shinigyo, why did the bot just ignore you? But there we are. Ragnos got the link in the end. There we are. Oh, Winfo. Right. Not WF Info. I didn't even notice you spelt it wrong. Shinigyo. Honestly. Honestly. There we are. The bot did not ignore you. The bot listened to you and went, what? Alright. Let's grab our next relic. Is there any way to make Helios scan targets faster? No. There we are. That's a very short question. Just kind of waiting for the mission to start now. You've seen Big Brain, you only have Big Damage Brain? Oh. You watch this channel long enough, you keep up with the YouTube videos I'm putting out, you go through the catalogue of them I got over there for you these days. You'll be Big Brain in no time. You'll be Big Brain, don't you worry. But yeah, if you're a PC player and you're not using Warframe info, you are actually probably throwing platinum away. Unless you know the markets in and out, unless you have a innate, thorough understanding of what is tradable and what isn't, what is worth more. Unless you got that going for you, use Warframe info. Get the extra value. Get the ducats. Get the platinum. I mean, the ducats you can see in game, but the platinum you can't. That is entirely metagame. Yeah, Shinigo, you caught on now. You caught on. You missed the F. Just a quick heads up as well, guys. Just a reminder, Twitch is Twitch. So if you feel like there is a delay on the stream of more than a couple seconds, hate to tell you, that ain't me, that's Twitch. So if you find yourself delayed by like 5, 10, 60 seconds, give the stream a refresh. You'll be back in no time, and you'll have caught up to the real world again. Twitch just seems to have this issue where every now and then it'll just lag a second, lag another, then it'll lag another. Next thing you know, you're an entire half hour behind a stream somehow, and you're like, what? Why is Ken ignoring me? That's part of the reason I have the messages pop up on the screen somewhere around here. I don't actually remember which direction they're in, but they are the screen. So, we are on the one. I need to hurry over there. Bollocks. Whee! Come on. Make a jump. There we are. But yeah, I have the chat message on the screen, so if your chat message isn't popping up straight away, you can kind of have an idea as to the messages that popped up and the ones that are on the screen. See how much of a delay you've actually got. I want that. Give me the standing bloods. How do you farm Samara's standing? The best way to farm Samara's standing is to get tasks from him and then go scan those tasks like someone's doing here. And you see that gives a nice lovely burst of standing each time. High level, more value. And then outside of that, you can also go and just scan any random enemy using your Simpson scanner. The max you can get per day is capped, so the only thing you can really affect in that regard is how quickly you hit that cap. High level enemies and enemies which are unalerted will give you more. Pure and simple. Didn't I cover that in a video, community question video? I think I covered it in my community questions video. If you want more detail on exactly how that works out to decide, you know, what level of mission you should be doing, yeah. I think it was in the community questions one. If not, it was in myth busting, but I think it was community questions. This is why you should definitely check out every video I put out, because you never know what you're going to miss. There's always a tidbit out there somewhere. What time is it in the UK? That's a good question. It is just gone 9:30 in the evening here. Just gone 9:30. Good luck, Ragnos. I have no idea if I put an exclamation mark command for that one. There's a myth busting one. Yeah. Who's marking something? We're marking. Oh, hello. That's a plant. I don't want a plant. If you have it on your Helios, does it give standing? No. No, Helios will not give you Samara standing. Helios will only give you, or give itself affinity, I believe. Oh, hello. Another Gara Prime Blueprint. Don't mind if I do. Cheers, Rainuva. Yes, Donnie, yeah. You need to scan. You have to become the hunter. Or, you know, you let someone do their Samara's target around you, and as long as you're within 50 meters, you win. Archer, you can, yeah. Don't know why you think you can't, because you can. People do. So, yeah. Don't know what made you think you can't. Usually it's a good idea to say what you're posting, but yeah. That's community wide. Thank you. Yeah, solving 5 community questions. Yep, that's the one. Hey, nice, Cosmo. You're getting there. 5 minutes on a terrorist. If that was solo, that's very good. So the Warframe info thing, does it show up in game or is it only on stream? Neither. It's not on stream, it's not in game. It's a standalone application. It doesn't interact with Warframe at all, which is one of the reasons why it is perfectly fine to use. But yeah, it's just an application you run on your computer whilst you're playing Warframe. It takes a screenshot when you get your Relic rewards, it reads them and goes, oh, that's how much they're worth. And that's it. That's what it does. There's a few other bits and pieces that it handles. I go through more detail over in the video, but the main thing you guys are seeing here is the scanning of the rewards to pick out the good one. Shows it on the screen? Yeah, it shows it on the screen. That's how I can see what I'm picking, Donnie. I'm seeing it. You're seeing my screen right now. That's why if we, or when I alt tab you see, but if you look at the top here, you can see these icons. That's actually from my graphics card. That's the NVIDIA Shadowplay. Just saying, hey, yeah, I'm just, you know, continuously recording in case you want to back record anything. Because I've got that going as well as a stream, as well as the game, and all the other stuff going on. So you are seeing my screen exactly as I am seeing it at the moment. I mean, you might be seeing it a little bit fuzzier than I do, but that's called Twitch. I'm not going to send you the perfectly full resolution because we don't always get transcoding here, and Twitch denied my partner application. So we're still not going to get transcoding here. Yeah. Wait. Launch! Ah, wasn't high enough. Oh wow, that enemy is far away for a scan. I'm just going to not pick up that standing. Oh, someone else can have that one. I don't care. Donnie, what was your question again? I've answered a lot of questions. Yeah, best not to try and, you know, do other stuff whilst the application is doing its thing there, actually, yeah. A little bit of patience goes a long way. But you can set in your settings how long you have to be patient for. Are high crit weapons effective against liches in general, or do they have to be rapid crits? Crit in general is a good idea. The more rapid is generally a better idea, but it mostly comes down to the crits. It basically comes down to the crits, and if you can get it as well, stealth. Stealth is just a good idea. Stop the lich from ever being a problem. Okay, speaking of a problem, I just learned how to yeet, apparently. Fully send myself off the end of the map, why don't I? How does the game decide how many void traces you get? It is a random value between 6 and 30, which is assigned to you as a drop the moment you get 10 reactant. Because it is a drop, it is a resource drop, it can be affected by resource boosters, Smeet Kavat, things which directly affect the resources but not drop chance boosters. So with that you can double it, quadruple it, maybe even higher. The other thing that affects void traces is if someone picks your rewards, like the Zood Prime Grip here for me. It's always the one on the left for yourself. If someone picks that, you'll get 5 extra void traces. That is not affected by boosters. But yeah. Donnie say if the Warframe info will show up on top of Warframe, like the prices. Yeah. So as I mentioned, Donnie, this screen you're seeing at the moment here on Twitch, this is exactly the screen I'm seeing. All of it. So the little icons at the top left here, because my NVIDIA Shadowplay, that's just on my screen at the moment. When the overlay comes up on screen, which you guys are seeing, that's exactly what I am seeing as well. I've got it in higher resolution, because I'm streaming a lower resolution than I'm actually playing. Otherwise, yeah, this is exactly what it looks like. Oh, the face cam and overlay, that's separate, yeah. The face cam and overlays, those aren't parts of the game window. That's a good point. Let me make a point. These bits I'm hiding now are the bits that don't exist. So that, and where is it? Ah, there we go. So, oh, and the chat. There we are. Those bits not counting, obviously. So yeah, I always forget those are there. I'll be honest. They just kind of rotate around. Yeah, that one, that one, that one. Hello! What did I forget? Ah, yeah. That one. There it is. Yeah, Eliu, that's Twitch overlays. If you can't tell what's a Twitch overlay, there's no hope for you. Alright, let's go do some more, shall we? Let's go do some more. Have we got any more captures? I keep looking, they keep not happening. Alright. Keep doing this one then. Why not? It's nice and quick. Oh yeah, Archie, you got total control over those. You can move them around. You can choose what they are, you can choose whereabouts on the screen they are, all of that's fine. No, Lifeless Carcass. I'm not the man in screen. I'm the man in the wall. Sorry, spoilers. Cheers, Zon. Rubtree. Bring in a Wukong. Oh, wow. How original. Sorry, excuse me. Why not Interception? Interception is shit for opening relics, that's why. It's terrible. Do not run Interception for opening relics unless you hate yourself. Or unless you really love Interception, in which case you probably hate yourself. Don't do it. No, Tommy Tart, of course not. No. No. Just someone with a lot of knowledge about this universe who, despite appearances and definitely older than I look, occasionally gets up to some impish things, likes to help out the Tenno. Can be slightly indecipherable at times. It's nothing like the man in the wall. Nothing at all. I can't be him. No. Yo! Donny719, subscribing at tier 1, joining into the channel proper. Welcome, my dude. Enjoy your lovely new blue badge, your emotes to go with it. And if you have joined up on Discord as well, you'll have access to the supporter tea lounge, as long as you synchronize your accounts. Cheers. April Fungus saying, I've been struggling to get past the gap between level 70 to the Iron Path, I presume Seal Path, even with a decent Fullman. So with the Fullman was a very good weapon. It's still a good weapon, but it has been somewhat outclassed. So a decent Fullman isn't enough. You need a very good Fullman for it to be able to handle the Steel Path. With the Seal Path, you really need to figure out ways to actually properly counter enemies, their defenses, or just bring an absolute boatload of damage. Kind of like my Blapper brings. The Grenadier, Hunt Munitions kind of slash, or just any way of getting a large amount of slash will do you very good. Viral to enhance that. For the Corpus, Toxin is amazing for skipping those shields they have. Good luck with the Treasurer though, he's a dick. And for the Infested, well, the Infesteds aren't a problem.
That's it. Now get out of here.
But yeah, it is definitely a gear check. So you want to be investing. Get yourself those upgraded mods. Get the Galvanized mods. Make sure you are max ranking mods. Use your former. Fully upgrade stuff. Get yourself the Arcanes. Get yourself the Arcane adapters needed for the Arcanes. Grab yourself a Warframe that doesn't blow over in a stiff breeze like Banshee. And if needs be, whilst you're getting used to it, bring friends. You don't have to play the game solo. Certainly not the Interception ones. Crikey. If you can avoid doing those solo, that's better. But Virginia, we're not doing survival or defense either. We're not doing those. We're not doing interception. We're doing none of that. We're doing sabotage, which is fine unless someone called Robtree with their Wukong somehow I don't know what he's doing. When people don't do this, it's faster. But that same person will be slowing down any mission. I don't know, where even is he on the map? What is he doing? He's just got to where we blew up the canisters. Now he's leaving out of there. At the speed he's going, I think he might actually be running. Oh my god, he didn't even get to extraction in time. We timed out his extraction. Good lord. Okay, well, there we are then. What endless mission is best for opening relics? Disruption, yeah. As Adu says, disruption. If you're good at disruption, disruption. If you're not good at disruption, don't do endless missions for relics if you can avoid it. I don't know what he was doing there, to be quite honest. I don't know what he was doing. He did get himself some melee kills. He got himself quite a number of kills to say he was at the back there. I think he might have just been dicking around. Yeah, it's a public squad. People get to play how they want to play. We just won't continue playing with him if I can avoid it. Excellent, there we are. At least he did that quickly. Alright, moving on from that we've got. Let's continue on, shall we? You want to see if Glaive is good for disruption killing? If it's Glaive Prime and built as my guide has shown for Glaive Prime, then yeah, you'll be fine. If you want to join in, Donnie, just send me a message in game. ! join if you don't know how to do that. I won't be hanging around waiting for invites and requests and whatnot, so if you want to be joining in, you got to be sending that message. You got to be sending that message, I can bring you in. Hydrate's out of stock. That means you're trying to overwater me at the moment, Ragnos. I don't want to drown, so slow down. Have I got myself a parallax landing craft? I might have the pieces for it, I haven't checked. But it's not something I've focused on farming, I'll be honest. It's a cosmetic. Cosmetics don't grab my attention. I know there's another airdrop you can get with it as air support charge or whatever you want to call it. I'm fine just not using those in general, to be honest. I have the anti-hacking one, anti-alarms one, whatever you want to call it, just in case someone messes up the sortie. That's the long and short of what I use there. Whee! Hey, there we go. Good old Arcane Consequence, getting me right up there.
We need to destroy the reactor.
Nice, nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission.
Oh, you gotta love those bullet jumps.
Target destroyed. Proceed to the extraction point.
And we're out of here. Oh, Consequence has run out. I will just have to lazily bullet jump the rest of the way. Or, you know, keep dashing. Dashing works. Umcake apparently kicked out. What? Oh dear. We'll bring you in afterwards. Do I own every frame? I don't have Excalibur Prime, but otherwise I've either owned or currently own every frame. I have one of every unique type of frame, as it were. So I've got the Excalibur, I've got Volt, Mag, and all the rest of them, yeah. I see, okay, yeah. Don't worry, you missed nothing much. Don't worry. You definitely didn't miss a 16 Platinum Panthera Prime Receiver. You're fine. Didn't happen. There we go. Right, let's dip out of here. Number 37 traces. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Lost Ronin wanting to see some Urali. It's amazing how quickly you can go off someone. Alright. Alright. Donnie, can't help but notice I've not got the message from you. I guess you don't want to be joining. Cake. Let's switch to Urali. Oh, really? Yeah, really? Yeah, I said it. Message. It's Oven Cake again. Can you invite again? God damn it. There you go. Made the bad idea to pick her up, so you want to see her do good? You want to see her do good, do you? You want to see her do good? Well, yeah, we'll let you know when she can. You know, give it about 2035 maybe? Yeah, if you give it another 13 years, she might be good. Maybe. Fine, low level, don't even need to use Merolina. You know, as a point, Virginia, I'm actually going to use Merolina here. Just as a point. Have I ever disabled Uralia's pick a frame? From time to time, not very often. Only in exceptional circumstances. How long did it take me to get MR20? Honestly, I can't remember. I did not do MR ranking up for a long time. I stopped at 16 because I'd unlocked basically everything I cared to at that point for a while.
Our target is the system mainframe. Deliver
Alright, let's go.
There is a sanctuary target here, Hunter. I sense it.
Let's
Track it
go.
with the synthesis scanner. Don't let it escape.
Not going to trust those railings not to do me over.
Intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to
To
pinpoint
gently do this.
Search them out if you are willing to
Oi!
shoulder
Ah,
the
nearly,
access.
nearly. Those railings doing me over. Like I feared. Oh my god. There really is like only 2 tile sets you want to be using Merolina on, really. Not counting the open worlds. Everything else is just pain. Just get out of there. Always me having a private chat open all the time. Okay. Hoi! There we are. Made the jump. Can we plug this in? We have to dismount to plug it in. That's so stupid. That is so stupid. God damn it. In-game name is the same as Twitch? Yes, it is. One of the earliest amounts of platinum I spent, 200 platinums, changed my username over, and it was a damn good idea. It makes it a lot simpler than having some random ass username instead. Open, 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 open. Yee. I need to get some more reactor. Let's grab this stuff down here. Hey, there we are. We got it all. Let's get out of here. Oh, someone's found the Mars target. Okay, we'll hang here a sec. I'm going to kill it.
That's it. It will be a perfect specimen. Trap it so you can synthesize it for me. And no, do not damage it further. Use the synthesis device.
That's what happens when I get Urali.
Disappointing. This specimen is useless to say.
Ah, I'm a monster.
Not up to this.
I'm a monster. This is how much I enjoy using Urali, guys. How much I enjoy using Urali. I feel like killing some Aris targets. Should have made him stronger. Seriously, screw this frame. Ah, yes, you may do. In a moment, you may indeed. There we are. What do we get? We got... I mean, apparently this is worth more, but I'll take it. I don't really want. But yeah, Urali is a bad frame. I don't like her. Too many times you need to dismount just to interact with stuff. Too many times she just bounces off terrain, causes problems for navigation because it just becomes this huge bouncy bubble. She locks you into a secondary only if you want to be using her only damage reduction ability. Her fourth ability, yeah, sure, it groups enemies up, but then it still somewhat scatters them very shortly after. And just look at her. I mean, just... What is this? I didn't realise we were in a beach episode of some crappy anime. What is this? But no. No. There is no making Urali look good. Unless you are playing like a level 5 mission and like, oh, look, Accolades is killing things. It's like, yeah, you're in a level 5 mission. That's why. Alright, following on from that, we have a request from Billy the Butcher for some Nova action. Now, Nova is a much more fun frame to use, in my opinion. Nova is definitely a more fun frame to use. I saw Donnie, give me a second. Can't be doing everything. Grab that, there we go. I didn't invite you that much sooner anyway, we had the rando still. Yeah. Have I tried it with Leisure Walk? I haven't. I don't really want to do anything more with my Eurelia if I can avoid it. Pretty much the entirety of my use of Eurelia is because of Twitch chat. Like 99.9% of my use of Eurelia is Twitch chat related. I do not enjoy her as a frame. So yeah. I've really tried to find ways to benefit from what Euralia's kit has to offer, to enjoy the use of her, to make it work, and she just constantly disappoints me. Speed for a Slover? Neither. This is a portal ver. This is quick portals. And that's it. That's all this build is about, is just, hi, I'm here, and now I am there. Let's go. I do need to make sure I pick up the reactors. Let's not skip the entire mission. That would be problematic. But as soon as I've got my reactant, then we just go in. And I've got escape velocity equipped as well, so if I or someone else in the group goes through a portal, they gain a speed boost. Pure and simple, a nice lovely little speed boost. Yeetva? Yeah, that's a good name for it, Yeetva. Gova. There we are, Gova. Because I gave you the speed buff to make you go, she's Gova. Actually go far. I think Gova works. Gova's pretty descriptive. Whoa, no, 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 don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Bollocks. I almost saved that. Oh, shit. Okay, that was too far. There we go. And we got everything.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Slightly overdoing it, the portals there, but you know, I'm not exactly a Nova main.
Target destroyed. Proceed to the extraction
Oh.
point.
Gotta love a little quick portal. Oh, I missed my own portal. I missed my own portal again. God damn it. Why did she have to put them a little bit in front of her like that? Bro. Is there a frame that's worse than Rayleigh? Yes, Hydroid. His kit is terrible. I'm sorry, someone gave me your Rayleigh. Oh, it's so close. So close. Nearly got it. I'll take this one. Nearly got ya. I need to switch off Nova before I become a problem. Definitely need to switch off Nova. How's the ducat farm going? We got some decent stuff today, Louis. We have got some decent stuff. I'm quite happy with it. Fair enough, based. Fair enough. Alright, let's dip out of that. So we have a request then from Chick Noodle for Hildren. And I think might have to be the last of those requests. Yeah, that is going to be the last request on there. Let's grab Hildren with the very weird bug approach I've given her. Yeah, I don't know what this fashion is, but going with it. Let's bring out a different gun. Let's bring out... Really? Bust, why not? Have I got Prime Shuffled? Should do. I don't. Okay, let's not do that. That would be bad. We'll just go with Amprex then, that's fine. And let's grab the mission. Is it still there? It is. Oh, wait. Ooh, there's a capture. We'll do the capture instead. I'll be able to get a couple out of that, actually. Hydro can at least loot. He does it badly. He's so out of date. And the rest of his kit sucks. Basically. Upkick saying, if you had to speedrun using all of your 31 million credits, how would I even do it? Why would I even do it? What do you mean speedruns? Just getting rid of it? Why would I throw away 31 million credits? That just seems like a silly idea. Come on, practical channel. Let's be simple now. Be reasonable about this. Do I have any good suggestion on a series to watch? Give me some keywords. What kind of thing you feeling there, Billy? What kind of thing you looking for? Let's help narrow it down for you.
You are here on a capture mission.
I don't watch a lot of TV, so I probably won't be able to give you a good suggestion, but chat will. As soon as we know the kind of thing you're looking for. Man, it was a bad day for this guy.
Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive back at base. Your part is
Alright, let's get this reactant as we make our way out of here. Oh, it's on the other side. Oh. Goodbye. Oh, the enemy's gone. It was like a bajillion of them a second ago. Now it's all gone. Come on. Not anime and drama. Anything else is fine. Okay, not anime, not drama. Anything else is fine. Oh, I thought it was an item for a second. Have you watched Star Trek Deep Space Nine? It is going to be leaving Netflix soon. That's my understanding. So, if you haven't watched it, time to binge it is now. I've been watching it recently for the first time, and I actually quite enjoy it. I do quite enjoy it.
The relic.
That'd be a good, simple sci-fi pickup right there.
Find out what's inside.
Maybe not Ragnos. Maybe that doesn't sound very practical. Nah. Oh, wrong button. I want that one. And then I want this one. Hildren with a big gun. Gotta love it. What are my thoughts on the Inodem? It's a great weapon. I'm doing a full video on it, so I'll be going into plenty of detail in the very near future. Just working out the final details, really. I'll be able to get that video all put together for you. Awesome, Billy. Glad I could give you something. Nice. If you do end up liking Deep Space Nine, others I can recommend giving a look if you haven't already. Battlestar Galactica and Babylon 5. Don't know if you'll be able to find them on Netflix, but certainly things to check out as well. Why have only 3 of us got rewards here? What happened? Who didn't get What? Elliot? Elliot, how did you mess this up? You've been with us almost this entire time. How did... Well, no, you haven't, but you've been with us long enough. What happened there, my dude? I didn't even pay attention to that. We had a full group of people. I didn't think we need to. Ah, that's unfortunate. You missed a start. Better luck next time. Better luck next time. And on that note, in terms of next time, I think it's time that we actually did a platinum giveaway. So, Elliot, Oven Cake, Base Mag user, thank you very much for joining in on the missions. I hope you enjoyed the bits and pieces you have picked up in the squad today. But yeah, guys, I think it's about time we do a platinum giveaway, which means, if you haven't already, make sure you have typed !ticket into the chat to give yourself a chance to win it. A little bit of platinum on any platform, be that PC, Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo Switch. Any one of you could be the winner. Could be the first ticket, could be the last, could be anyone. We have had the last ticket be the winner a couple of times before, so really it's never too late. Obviously, if you've already got a ticket, you don't need to do it again, guys. You know, Cosmo, Ragnos, Astro, come on. F King, you as well. You've already got the ticket, you've already got the ticket. There we are. I'll give you guys just a moment on that if you haven't already grabbed yourself a ticket. And of course, if this is your first time grabbing a ticket, if this is your first time on the channel, make sure you're hitting the follow button as well, so you get a notification as and when I go live, because we've got a much bigger giveaway happening on Sunday. Yeah, I don't want to be missing that one. More details of that is available over on my Discord. !Discord if you're not there. I'll give you guys just a few more seconds on that, just to absolutely make sure everyone who wants to be in is in. And I think that's about right. Hey, Penguin, you keep nearly missing a stream. Shame, yeah. Because, hang on, I think. Yeah, of course, summertime, Penguin. I've gone an hour ahead and you've gone an hour backwards, haven't you? So where you used to have 2 hours of stream time, you now get 2 minutes. Don't you? Yeah. And then in a few months' time, when the time zones switch back again, you'll be back to having a couple extra hours, won't you? Because you'll then go an hour ahead, I'll go an hour back. So what's 9 AM for you now would be 11 AM then, wouldn't it? That's it, yeah. Alright, I think that's enough time. Let's close the entries for the giveaway today. Let's have a look. Who is it going to be today? Who is the winner? It is... F-King. F-King, today it is yours, my dude. I'll be contacting you here on Twitch in just a little bit after the end of the stream to get your Warframe username and platform. But my dude, F-King, we're getting that sent on over to you. You are today's winner. Absolutely. And to the rest of y'all, I do hope you have enjoyed yourselves, but don't go anywhere just yet, guys and gals. We're going to be raiding on over to another part of the Warframe community. We ain't done entirely here just yet, absolutely. So what we're going to be doing is finding someone we can raid on over to. Let's see, who is alive in the Warframe category that we want to give a bit of love to? Who is alive that we can give a bit of love to? Let's have a look then. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Come on, computer, don't be slow now. There we are. Right, I do not speak that language. I do not speak that language. Why is my filter for English gone? Let me just fix that real quick. There we are. Now we can see. All right. So we went to recently. I don't know who we're gonna pick. Right, you know what? You know what? Tell you what. Do something that we don't normally do. Do something we don't normally do. We don't normally raid a Warframe art stream, partly because they don't normally exist. And it just stopped streaming. Did it? No, it's just been weird to me. Twitch, why be like this? Yeah, we're actually going to raid on over to a Warframe art stream. They're not doing Warframe art. Never mind. I changed my mind. They put they were doing TennoCon art. They're not doing it. So, you know what? No. We'll go to Lady the Laddie instead. That's what happens. When you say you're doing one thing and you do something completely different, people drop by, they instantly decide they are uninterested, and that's just a bad idea. So we're going to Lady instead. Alright, raids up, guys. There we are. So thank you very much for joining in, guys. I hope you have enjoyed yourselves, and I will catch you on Friday for another Variety Friday stream, or on Sunday for Warframe and the big old giveaway. Until then, I'll catch you guys later. Take care.